Oh, try that then. Let's see if this works. No, it's not working. Fucking... And now, she should be alive. Should be in the keyword here.
Oh, hello.
Hey!
It was a blink for a moment.
It's alive! It's alive! What's the crack? One put my phone on silent because I don't know what happens, but people don't bother calling me until I'm streaming, and then it's like everyone and my cousin is trying to call me then, so there you go. Anyone out in the big bad world looking for me now, you know why I ignore you.
We're live. We're live, completely unplanned. I'm probably talking to nobody right now, other than you guys.
I was about to say, there's 5 of us here, so you're not alone, don't worry.
I have shared it. I've shared it in the community, like 10 seconds before it went live. So,
so the usual forward planning that we pull off.
Just one of there sit around and chats.
They'll all start joining like tomorrow morning.
Yeah, 2 hours later with the standard YouTube notifications. That's usually the way of it.
The problem is, though, if we're all sitting here doing hobby, and if anybody does pop in, they're only going to see what looks like 2 boiled eggs, a hat,
and a really hairy grip.
Jesus.
Tim, when you put your head down, you kind of look like the girl from The Grudge.
I feel like it too.
And if you start talking about GW, you'll probably
going that hard.
come across just as cheery as well. So, should we start
off
with...
next to each other, like a couple of M&Ms? No.
Should we get straight to the meat and potatoes? What does everyone think of that Rogel Dawn tank?
Oh, what, the fact that it's not a full kit? Fucking hell.
He just got some more ammo.
Yeah, straight
let him go. What he said, other side of the road.
Unleash the dim.
It's great. I love it. No, it's fucking shit.
It's got realistic landmine damage, isn't it?
Big square landmines.
Mm.
You know what? I'm not bothered by it.
It's an inspection hatch.
I would much rather it was solid. And if I get one, I'll make it solid. You know, with a bit of cornflake packet or something. I sort of, I don't know, it doesn't bother us.
I'm pretty much exactly the same as you, Sid. While accepting that, look at it, I'm like, God, that's shit.
Yeah.
But then I also think, but would I care? Not really. And that's pretty much where I'm at. I'm like, I wouldn't really give a shit, but at the same time, I am fully aware that it is a bit shit.
Are they boutique? Are they boutique? Do they charge a lot of?
I don't know what that means. I don't know what is it boutique.
Miniature. I want to set it on a really dynamic pose, flying off of a base, and then I saw that, so I'm not buying it.
So I think the people who are going to buy it will still be buying it. Like, you know what I mean?
The fool and his money is soon parted.
It's a space marine vehicle. Who gives a shit?
They're all orc vehicles, Clint. You know that.
To be fair, Clint, it's God, not Space Marine.
Yeah, I mean,
fucking who cares?
It's all Umis.
Exactly.
But I am getting one for Orky flying.
Well, yeah, loads of orc players are going to loot it. Someone's got to put the fucking panel on the bottom because GW hasn't.
And yeah, I will be putting the panel on. I can understand some people looking, oh, that's a big job. But it'll not be an orc player.
Feel the orc in the chat saying that's where the Ogrins go, the access hatch underneath. That's what it is. They must all, as a team, just pick it up and then slot it over them, like, you know what I mean?
It is. It's a Flintstone car, like, I don't know who it was who said that. It wouldn't be.
Ogrin powered Flintstone car. So how are we all keeping? How's the new year been going, lads? What have you been up to?
Some little feet coming out the bottom, or big feet, like Ogrin feet sticking at the bottom. That'd be quite funny.
Yeah, it'd be like the luggage then, like Terry Pratchett sort of. Maybe that's why it's made of sapient pear wood. It's not actually metal. You know what I mean? No, nobody reads Pratchett. Nobody.
I'm very upset that you are putting the venerable, brilliant Terry Pratchett in the same role as anything to do with GW.
Well, build a bridge and get over it, Tim. I'm sure you'll be fine.
It's not a bad price, is it?
Well,
I'll say that in comparison with other kits. I did expect it actually to be more expensive than it is.
Yeah, I did.
And I'm like, you know what? That doesn't actually make me balk and go like, how much? I'm sort of like, oh, that's
It depends.
reasonable.
If you're used to 40k prices, maybe it doesn't balk.
Yeah, I think I've been.
Well, how much is it?
Like?
Brainwashed.
Isn't it 55? Is it?
50,
Am I right?
55 quid.
Yeah.
Fucking what?
It's
It's not even finished. It's 80% of a kit.
I should just rename this.
Pay another
9%
20
of it.
quid for the fucking 20% for the special add a bottom to it sprue. Fuck off.
I should just rename this, the
Oh,
Warbosses
fucking
bitch
shit.
about new kits, new GW kits or something. You know what I mean? I think
Our
it'd be more.
bites are shite more like.
Scar, can you pass me your fishing rod?
Well, hold on.
I've got
Which
a
one?
big
Yeah,
bite here, mate.
you got a fairly large bite at the end of that rod, all right? Jesus Christ.
I was fine until I heard the price. I was fine, and then I heard the price.
Yeah, honestly, I mean,
I don't
obviously,
go on the site anymore.
the price on its own, yeah, it's a lot of money. There's no doubt in that. But in the separate bubble realm of GW prices, I don't think it's that much.
But in the bubble of wargaming prices, is it though?
I'll do a
well,
couple of
no,
Just
a
Eat
lot.
orders. That's 55 quid gone.
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what?
Triple
What isn't
figures.
fucking expensive these days? Like
You'd be
everything's
more
fucking
satisfied with
expensive,
that.
isn't it?
I mean, that's
I'd be
nearly,
hungry as fuck, but yeah, I'd be
Couple of days of heat.
That's nearly 3 lance packs.
couple of hours of heat.
Quarter of a tank of fuel.
At my place, yeah.
At the moment.
Oh yeah, Jesus! Don't talk about that. You're just as the price fluctuates. It's like because when I fill up the tank, I like wait until it gets just above the red, and then I fill the whole thing, and it's like, oh, fucking 60 quid coming up to 70. It's like, oh no.
It's
Well,
like-
that's like the
Killer.
price now, aren't
I
they?
did, I did a silly thing myself, like driving up to my brother the other week. I realised like my fuel tank's pretty empty. I've got a jerry can with some in, but not much. And I'm thinking, oh, it's all right. I'll get some along the way. So I drive up the road and I think, oh, I'll go in the Asda. And I saw their price and it was like 170 something. And I thought, oh, I'm sure I've seen better than that. So I went up to the next one and it was like a little, like couple of pence more. I was like, oh, well, that one's not better. I'll go to the next one and such. Go up to the next one and that one was a bit more. I was like, fuck this. Fine, I'll just get some closer to my brother. So I get up the road, halfway up towards my brother, like half an hour away, see one, and it's like 180 something. I was like, fuck it. Well, do I? And then by the time I get up to my brother, it's like 189. And I was like, fuck me. It's even more expensive up
Where
Oh,
does he
so
live?
like
Like in the past?
100 wells.
No, the future, mate. That's the
Royal.
problem.
Was that for
Gone from
diesel,
last
Dread?
October.
Was that for diesel?
Yeah, diesel.
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
I was going to say, I thought you were talking
Jeez.
unleaded. I was like, I guess it's 150,
Mental.
151 or something down.
I ended up like, winging it and coming back on just fumes and then breaking down and having to use a jerry can. But I broke down right at the wrong place, just right on a dual carriageway where it gets busy, as people just come flying around the roundabout without seeing. So there's me, I like putting a little high-vis jacket on and like tipping and the jerry can is one of them ones that ain't got a spout.
Oh, it
But
was
I've got a
you. I
spout.
saw you on the traffic
So I'm
report.
like holding it and I'm doing the can at the same time and I'm like every time a car's coming I'm like waving at them going whoa, whoa, don't fucking run me over. Whoa, hey. It's a fucking nightmare. I was just about crying. Oh,
Did the other
So what
boat
you tell
was
us is
going past it?
you're willing to jeopardise your life for the sake of like
Wanker,
5 quid.
get
Oh, we
out.
got a fucking stray cockney out on the road. Wait.
Gary can wanker.
Fucking cockneys.
Jesus. Right, there you go. There's my work phone going. I've got another job.
And here we find the Cockney in his natural.
for tomorrow.
Being
it's not-
siphoned the diesel from the parked burger van. The Cockney now puts it.
Shut up, you! Don't be giving a
In
game
the
away.
kebab
right?
van.
Note the diesel's red.
And this week,
Oh, it's
we're
always
heading
red.
out to build a wasp plant,
That's a
lads.
normal
Yeah!
colour of diesel, isn't
But all diesel was red.
Calvin Ryder says,
It's got a
you
red tinge
guys.
to it. It's not red, is it? I mean, come on.
Calvin
Go
Ryder
fast.
says, you guys are the best. We know. We
What are
know.
you watching?
He's on the wrong stream, isn't he?
I love tabletop tap. Who are these dickheads? What's everybody working on?
I am priming some elementals for BattleTech because of you.
What are elementals?
They are power armored motherfuckers that ruin your day, pretty much. Are
they Space Marines?
They're pretty much our Space Marines. They're like superhuman, like grown in vats.
Are you literally just playing Epic 40k at this stage?
It sounds like it.
Well, if GW was capable of actually writing a decent rule set, then I'd say yes. But otherwise, no.
No, that wasn't me.
You threw your voice.
But I will second it.
He's working Scar like a puppet.
Get your fucking hand away.
I'm painting this fella up. He's headless at the moment, but me beast boss on Squigosaur. I've just dusted him, so it's not like grain effect or a filter. It is loads of dust, quite embarrassingly. But the room is filthy. The desk is filthy. I haven't touched this stuff for ages, and I had to dust him down before I do any hobby these days. I have to take a big makeup brush to everything and just excavate it before I can start doing anything.
Especially if you're going live, Steve.
Yeah. Oh, I'm well prepared for this, you know.
Do you have a dedicated dusting brush? I have one here. Like it's like this is me dusting brush. There are many like it, but this one is mine.
Well, I've got a soft and a hard one.
Well, Jesus.
Oh yeah.
Depends who's around.
Tonight,
for all occasions.
On the pull, lads. Stand back. Fucking.
He's got the hard one out tonight, seeing us, fellas.
You'll know when I've got the hard one out, mate. Don't worry.
Yeah, that's why they call you Dread.
It's quite a formidable weapon.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
What is it he says, Sid?
Sorry?
Go on, what was it on the video? My impressive tool. Go on, I can't do justice to that one.
My beautiful tool. Yeah, I forgot. I'd forgot about that.
I haven't. I think back to it every now and again and chuckle.
It was going to be so much more. Right, I was going to have like at least a minute for each year's. And there was going to be like little separate ones, which I'll come to in a second. But then, Dred, you were saying about you had your little Steve-O costume, and that. I thought, I'm not letting you jump in and then accuse me of stealing your idea for something I've done previously again. So.
Well, like Drake comes up with all the good ideas, don't you know?
Every one of them.
Every fucking one of them.
I don't know how he puts up with us lot, just riffing on all his ideas all the time, and you know, just.
I should just stop putting them out into the wider space, because when I think of them and I just think with such energy, I probably push them out into the greater
You think so loud.
Yeah. Every week, my email is full of cease and desist emails from Dred.
Yeah, it's pretty true.
But the reason I was going to do the videos, the reason I was going to do the videos was to promote the poll on Facebook for the next scratch build challenge that we're going to do.
Oh yeah, that.
Was that for a segue?
Oh yeah.
Fucking.
I think it's time to call it the winner.
Yeah, please do.
So then we can all start building.
Yeah, about that. Yeah. About that.
I haven't started yet, unlike some.
Well, of course you haven't. We haven't said the results of the poll yet. I haven't checked since September, but I'm going to say
September. But oh, that's so bad.
Come on, better check.
It's September.
Have we not? Did we not ever announce like what won it?
No.
Oh
no.
Shit!
It was such a landslide. You didn't.
And that's
need
what
to
tonight
fucking
was
announce
for,
let's
wasn't
be
it?
honest. Come on.
Oh.
So does anybody want to check just to make sure? Because you'll see me cry live as I've been something like live on the stream. But
pray to God.
I'm pretty sure it was the Met gun. I know it was in the.
We'll just take it as read. It was the Met gun.
Better not have been.
It was. Mate,
I'd
I would
like-
have. I quite honestly, I would have rather any of the others won than what I
think you,
fear has won. And at the last time of looking, it had over 50% of the vote. So the other 5 were just like sharing the, it was far and away, which I wasn't expecting at all.
you ain't got to worry about buying one, have you? You got sorted right out, didn't you?
Well, I did, and I'm eternally grateful for that. But I'm not eternally grateful for the quite daunting prospects ahead of me. Especially as I've been fairly low on hobby mojo lately.
Oh, I've had none of it. I'm not even
I mean,
hobbying now.
I've got
something that's completely unhobby related.
Yeah, I've got an idea. So if I've got an idea, you guys have no fucking excuse.
I've got an idea. It's just putting it,
Yeah, so have I.
getting motivated to do it.
The usual suspects are doing the same sort of thing as me, so I've got to make sure I pull out all the stops on mine now, and I.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, how did that pan out for you last time?
Yeah.
Well, I ain't going to mention fairy dice this time. I'm just going to keep all that under my hat because you never know. You'd then be fucking drinks carton in and all the rest of it before you know it. So it's all fucking under there, innit?
Got to make sure you stop broadcasting all those good ideas into the ether, right?
I know, yeah. I'm just fucking. I need a tinfoil hat because I'll tell you what, you guys are online with me right now, and you could be stealing them right now, couldn't you?
I'm sucking them right out your head as we speak.
Watch what I say around you.
Sausage.
What, like one of these?
Yeah, I still need to make myself a professional tinfoil hat like yours.
Did
Tim.
you sit on it, Dim?
I mean, I know it looks like I did, but in reality, something fell on it.
Few people can say they have a professional tinfoil hat.
Right, would you want the results in?
Go on, Sid. Go on.
Oh, well then. Right.
Break it to us.
The 6 kits in order. I've got we'll start with the ones at the bottom. We've got the least votes, with 3% of the votes was the Mech Boy Workshop.
Oh, clear.
It's a shame. That's got a lot of potential, that kit.
Kit
Yeah,
Basher
it did.
Shed. Nah. Weren't interested. Then 4% was the Mech Gun.
You bastards. I thought you were loyal. I thought I could rely on your vote. I thought with me leading the campaign. Wankers.
You did get you and the missus and someone else to vote, didn't you?
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
it.
I
That's
did.
all. That's all.
Yeah, that's all the vote.
I voted with both my Facebook accounts.
I say I would have just converted it into a bin and won the competition. So what's the point?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I know it was a fix because in 3rd place with 11% was the Death Dread.
Oh,
Which, I mean, bastards.
it's a surprise.
Joint 2nd or joint 3rd with 14% was the Truck in the Dakar Jet.
Audience, what are you doing? Like the
truck is. That's. I'm surprised.
That's probably just due to my popularity. That I'd imagine.
The Truck's a nice, easy one. To be fair, and it is a nice, easy one. I love kit bashing trucks. And I bought a truck because I was that sure it was going to win.
In anticipation, I was like, I'm onto a winner here. I'm about 4.
And now I'll just put it with all my. I'll just stick with all my lottery tickets now.
I've always spoken highly of our community all the time, but they really just fucked us this time. And I don't. And it's not like they're just voting for the battle wagon just to fuck with us, is it? Like,
hang on. Oh, spoilers! Wind your neck in. So, with 54% of the vote, the most expensive kit on there.
Yeah, you bastards.
The Stomper. Oh.
It's the Tories.
Curveball. Yeah, it was the battle wagon.
Hey! Why not? Well, I know what I'm doing. I'm going to convert this toy truck thing using.
Hold on, Dred. Hold on.
I thought the whole point was that we buy the kit to turn it into something else. Like, was that not the
challenge? Yeah, but I've got the battle wagon. I'm going to use the battle wagon kit and that, and like the kit from the what do you call it, the kill rig, and make a kill rig. But I'm probably not going to build the big fucking thing on the back like I've seen some people have already started with, because I don't, it's got to fit on the tabletop and work, and I think I can just work with that.
Is that a
But
war rig?
now you worry about scale. Like, what the fuck?
Have you seen his battle wagon?
Yeah,
Look,
Oh, no, it's a truck. It's a truck.
I've now played with my army, and I've realised that I can't actually move it anywhere.
It's big
You
enough
can't
to
play
actually
with it
get
either,
to
mate.
scenery.
That's
I mean, it's
fucking,
fine as long as you have no terrain on the table.
No, that is the terrain, isn't it?
He even said to me in our battle report, I think I don't know if it was a phone call on the way as he was driving down, or a message
on
or
the way,
whatever.
yeah.
But he's like, I said, well, it's all set up, ready to go, mate. So we're ready to go. Yeah, can you make sure the buildings aren't too close together, and that I need to be able to move my battle wagon around.
But you had the little one in your arm. You had the little one in your arms, and you was talking to her, and I actually said to her, I said, make sure Daddy's made enough space for Uncle Greg's battle wagon.
Was that the battle wagon that spent 5 turns doing a 20-point turn on the back line?
Like a scene from Austin.
Vehicle reversing.
It survives.
Yeah, because it didn't fucking move.
Because it hid, because it hid in the fucking back, pretty much.
I think it's nicer when you can go to a weekend or something with a battle wagon and open the back door and get your entire army, your cans, and a change of clothes out the back. Always.
I want a battle wagon. That's a truck.
You rock up in this. I'm not going to get this on the lift.
Good crack, though. Good crack. We've a few people chatting away in the stream. DG Evolution saying the battle wagon's iconic. Just got a mech on himself. Calvin Ryder saying, sorry, I voted the battle wagon. I think you'll like that battle wagon. Been working on one.
It's a lovely kit, to be fair.
It's a nice kit.
It's an okay kit.
It is, but you know what you've done, because like I can't speak for all of us. I can only speak for about 60% of us. 2 of us in here are very good at getting these projects done on time and to schedule.
Probably would have done it, hadn't they?
And the rest of us, as you know, we take a while.
Come
And
back in 2025 for the update
biggest-
video. Fresh Fire 40K,
fucking kit.
11th edition.
Well, that's next week anyway. It's like,
So it'll I don't know. You'll see our video unveiling our creations at some point in 2023, but I wouldn't bank on it being early 2023.
I'm going to put a poll up to see when the community wants to see when they want the deadline set for.
Bollocks.
Yeah.
Don't give them the choice.
nah, because they'll
The
just
5th of
assume that
February,
we're all going to
the
be done
10th,
about the same time.
the
Tomorrow.
15th.
Yeah, yesterday.
I think the
Finish it
25th of
yesterday.
October, maybe. 25th of
That's my
October.
birthday.
Well, there you go. It could be an Orky birthday stroke, Orky Christmas.
Yeah, October. I like
thing.
October.
You know what that means?
far enough.
That's just going to lead all of us into complacency.
No, not at all.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
fucking
I've
Well,
got
will.
rocket
every
guys.
intention. I've got
Any
every
February.
intention of doing something.
No one's
amazing
even going to
like
look at it
time.
until September.
End of February.
It just
I've
gives Sid
already
more
been
time to
buying
do
and
better than
gathering
us again.
parts. How fucking dare you? Slander.
who has made a start, no matter how small? Who has done something? I've bloody hell! Look, sneak peek there.
Don't,
Yeah,
don't.
no.
You'll be stealing Dread's fucking ideas.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can't be starting for him. You know what I mean? Fucking.
Yeah, I was going to use white plastic card on mine. You get.
I was going to use the battle wagon kit.
There you go. I'd already painted that, and that's where so I've stuck them on a base. You get an idea what I'm doing.
That blue skin is beautiful.
Thank you very much.
I love that. That is
I love
cool.
a blue squig.
I would have a
Yeah.
little grot standing next to that, holding the toilet roll.
Oh, I mean, it's not even finished really. I've still got all the metals to do. It's just sitting at the minute, but yeah, there'll be stuff on the base.
I've made a start, and then realised, oh shit, I'm doing the I'm doing the
You
bottom
copy
plate
me
for the
too.
new Imperial Guard tank.
I was going to say, isn't that the unreleased director's cut of the Rogo Don't Have?
Yeah, I know, right?
Dim's creating an upgrade sprue.
It's the snide.
10 quid. I mean, I've got like
Bottom
kit.
panel.
because of some ideas. I bought one of these.
Ooh.
So that's part of it, but I haven't actually started building. And then I've bought like loads of backpacks and ammo, fuel drums, jerry cans, loads of little Tamiya kits. I've bought some plastic card. I've ideas of what I want to do.
Oh, you bollocks! You're just fucking saying to me, I thought you had
Look here, Alex. Come on, let's see who finishes. But I've an idea. I'm going old school with it though. I'm going to build mine so that it's like applicable to Forted. So I'm going to do it up so it's one of them. I don't really care about the new profiles at all. I couldn't give a bollocks. So there you go. That's my plans.
I did make a start on my. I've ripped the kit open and I've started hacking and sawing bits apart, and I have the sort of the basic kind of bottom part of it, and I need to build upwards from that. What I did do as soon as I started doing it, completely changed my original plan. I had an idea of what I was going to do with it, and then when I started, I'm like, no, I'm going to swap it and do something else. So yeah, that threw a bit of a spanner in the works.
Similar.
But,
I had an original idea, realized I would never get it finished ever because it required far too much skill and capacity for me to do it. And I'm not going to say it because everybody will want me to.
Tries out our lobber off or something. Use because what do you call it? The kill rig has a lobber, doesn't it? So I've got the old Forge World lobber I pulled off of another miniature, which took a lot of fucking force to pull that bastard off. It was really, really on there.
Are you looting Cruise's kits for fucking bits, you bollocks, huh?
No, that was one I made years and years ago.
Oh, but that's okay then.
Sid, have you already stolen Dread's idea of what you're going to turn your battle wagon into?
Yeah, of course he has.
You don't fuck about, do you? You're shameless.
I can't help yourself.
I stole it and upgraded it.
Did it?
Could do it properly.
Do it properly, eh?
Not half-ass it. Yeah.
Oh, do you know, right? Mine's going to... No, I'm not even going to tell you. I'm not going to tell you what it's going to have, right? Because you'll fucking steal it.
Yeah, you will.
You're
going to blow your load months before. You know you are.
Look what I've done.
We're going to know every fucking detail.
I'll tell you what.
It's going to have the whole community.
If I ever get round to it, it's going to have fucking rockets at work and they're going to shoot in the face, all right?
Spring loaded, yeah.
I know this is Dim calling you for it, right? But you can't keep your mouth shut. Says Dim. But yeah.
In other news, Dread, because you are just to fill the audience in at home, because you would have seen the last time. When was the last time they saw us? What was the last thing we did on this channel?
Your bat rep, wasn't it?
No.
All of us.
Your road trip vid, wasn't it?
It was something
Yeah,
to do
it
with
was
Easter.
me and Dread getting lost in the car. That's what it was. But so yeah, it's really difficult because we still can't talk about it because Dread is still hard at work on.
I am still
the big battle, North versus South, so we still can't give away the results and we can't talk about the battle. And I'd love to be able to talk about the battle with you now and talk about the great time we had and stuff. But what I can tell you is I haven't even seen the Dread's editing work and stuff, but I can already.
It is beautiful.
It is. I saw the footage, the raw footage, and if I do say so myself, we've created
There's some really funny moments.
Fucking masterpiece.
It would go along a lot quicker if I sent my sort of stuff that I found.
Yeah, hurry the fuck up and do that, will you? I want to watch this thing.
Don't be blaming me. It ain't done all the time. I haven't got all the material.
I didn't want to say anything, but I had been having problems with the laptop, so we'll see. Let's hope I haven't lost it all. Let's put it that way.
The live stream bit, yeah, don't worry about that. I think
Yeah.
we got between the lot of us, we got a lot of
The overhead
footage.
recording.
Yeah, overhead view. So but it was well, yeah. We can't really talk because otherwise one of us is going to slip something. And but yeah, it was really awesome. And Dread will. Well, how's it going, Dread? When can the audience expect to see this amazing, massive orc battle?
I don't know. Ask me after next weekend. I've been.
You heard it here first, guys.
Next weekend. It's going to be up next weekend.
Tune in next
lovely.
week.
Ask me how I'm getting on
weekend,
next
February.
weekend. If I'm still alive after getting through a weekend of editing it, then yeah.
We will
Did you
put
see
Dread's
Steve Orr flip over
email
that top
address, Instagram links, and a personal phone number in the description below. So if you want to send all your messages towards him.
Oh yeah, hassle, yeah.
Words of motivation. We believe in you. Or else.
I know before we
That would
mentioned
be
the
alright.
Rogo Dawn tank, but Phil the Orcs just mentioned in chat there, is anyone going to loot the new Space Marine rocket launchers when they come out?
What?
Dread's going to use them for Nerf bullets. Isn't he?
Oh, is this the
Desolators or Desecrators or...
These the big Nerf going guys, are they?
You know what? I haven't actually seen them. All I've
Yeah.
seen is people doing the Nerf memes. I haven't
Yeah.
actually seen the real thing.
Have you seen that episode of The Simpsons where Moe's got the shotgun with like a pistol
Yeah.
on a stick and all the different... They look like that. I'm
What?
Not a
I'll have
fan.
look now.
They sound
I wanted-
orky. They sound
It's
like
very flash.
they sound like looted guns.
You know what? The result
New-
is you get if when you first start. This camera's judding all over the place. When you first start with orcs, and you think if I just glue 6 shooters together, just glue barrel on barrel on barrel on barrel on barrel on barrel. Yeah, that'll be
What, you
all.
mean like
It
I-
doesn't
yeah,
quite
I've
do
got
it. It's that kind of thing. It's just so many tubes. It
It's-
look like we should be shooting T-shirts. At the end. You get a T-shirt.
One for everyone in the audience.
You end up with all these like Tyranids wearing Blood Angels T-shirts.
Carnifex of a t-shirt saying "I shot JR."
I love Gilliman. Yeah.
I'm with
What, the
stupid.
Is it the cyclone missile launcher you're talking about?
No, they're
It's
I
the
don't know.
poses
What
as
the
well.
fuck is
mate.
that? Oh
It's
my
the
god!
poses
New
as well.
Palomar Terminator with
Oh.
cyclone missile launcher. That has got to be a joke. That can't be for real. It looks like he's got a fucking stupid disc around his head, like with fucking whirlwind rocket launcher on his head. Yeah, no, that's got to be fake.
Cyclone
That's
missile.
definitely-
I mean, that's always how it's looked.
That's
to
like
That's
be
a classic
fair.
from the 80s. That's or at least very early 90s.
It's always looked like
That's
that.
got to be fake.
I'll tell you what.
Look for Primaris Desolators.
I'll tell you what I did see that I do like. And I know this is an Orc channel allegedly, but the new Lizard Men look really nice. The new updates to them, they look like a really nice update of them. I like their shields and everything, and yeah, they just. I mean, that was a kit that was showing its age a bit. But I don't know if anyone's seen them, but they look quite sexy.
Yeah, I saw that. What I didn't like the Toad though. I thought the Toad didn't look as good as the old one.
Yeah, he looks very similar. It looks almost like just an alternate,
too
rather than an
soft.
update. He looks like just an alternate version. But yeah, the
Yeah.
new Saurus warriors themselves, though, I'm like,
Yeah, I know what you mean about the
They
shields
look
and
nice.
stuff.
Yeah,
I'm
I
looking at
like-
their
I know
diagram,
what it is.
their artwork, and that, thinking, oh yeah, it's pretty cool.
yeah, they look
Their own
they look
flavour,
tasty.
don't they?
Yeah,
I mean, I'm telling you, I'm really looking forward to this new BattleTech Kickstarter that's coming in March. The new miniatures are looking fucking.
tell us
mint.
about it, Scott.
Ah.
Thanks.
It's gonna be the mercenary Kickstarter. We're getting vehicles in plastic, lads. We won't bleeding know ourselves. We won't. Holy Jesus! It's gonna be great.
Me and
crack.
Dread won't now. I mean, Scar won't anyway.
Ah,
Very nice.
gonna be great. We've a load of new mercenary box sets as well coming out around June, July. There's 3 Lance sets coming out. I think the Air and Lance Light Horse are one of them. The other 2 box sets I can't remember off the top of my head. But there's more mechs coming out. There's, as Steve-O would be interested, that they've partnered up with the Army Painter with their speed paints. There's actually a new BattleTech painting set coming out in conjunction with the Army Painter. That'll be out in February. So it'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, speed paints are they're a friend of those miniatures. I'll tell you, they helped me get them done in quite quick time as well. They're bloody lovely.
The fucking great crack there. In
yeah,
fact, I
I'm
was
really-
trying it out on. I had like
Try
a
it out
D&D
on
Dragon. Yeah.
I've been using them on these fellas. And yeah, I mean, he's pretty much, they're almost all speed paints all the way. And yeah, bloody.
I actually liked it. I know there's a
Bloody
feature that
lovely.
people were giving out about the reactivation of them, but if you use like an earbud and you do it sort of controlled and then you'll seal it afterwards, it's actually really good for getting a highlight because you control how much you want to take off. So if you find it's a bit dark, like I found that if something's a bit too dark for my likings, that I can come back in with the earbud or the Q-tip and just get it to the stage where it's like a highlight then, and I'm like, that's fucking brilliant. It's even quick.
I found it really useful for because rather than painting with normal acrylic paints, because I'm going layer, I'm painting something, then I paint in the order. And so if I'm messy with a certain bit early on, I'm like, it doesn't matter because when I come to that bit, I'm going to paint over that anyway. Whereas with speed paints, it's a lot quicker, but you've got to be neater because you don't want to. But I found it really great because if I did go over a little bit with a brush with a bit of water on, you literally almost like paint it off. It just reactivates and comes off, and so you could correct your mistakes and stuff. But I found it really good. But I'm interested to try out the new formula when they come out because I watched a little trailer about them yesterday. But yeah, I'm liking them. I'm liking them a lot. They're
it's strange that they've changed the formula so quick. I take it there was a lot of backlash from people fucking pissing them on about it.
Yeah, there was a lot of feedback from people, and people disagreed. Like some people thought that was a bad thing about them, and other people really liked how they could utilize that. So
I thought it was useful. I thought it was really useful.
You're never gonna get everyone to agree, but
this is true.
Well, the advantage is that they get to sell the thing again, don't they? So I mean, of course they're going to say they're
New formula.
responding to feedback.
New and improved.
Yeah.
Where listening TM seems to be the order of the day with wargaming, isn't it?
New year, new paints.
There's no winning, Jim. There's no fucking winning. It's like, Jesus, the companies are listening to us. The bastards.
Speed Paints 2.0.
I presume going back to the BattleTech bits, Scar, I presume on your channel you will, when this stuff comes out, you'll do unboxings / reviews.
I'll do a review of it, and when it comes out, when I get my hands on it, and you'll be able to buy them from the Plastic Hack Gaming web store as well. A link will be provided in the description. On sale in February. So yeah, no, I look forward to getting it. See, this is the problem with selling these things and being an addict yourself. It doesn't help. You're not supposed to get high in your own supply, lads. That's not how it works. Like the worst type of dealer. I love it.
I want to ask Clint as well, because you got a pretty cool Christmas present, didn't you? And I keep seeing it at a store near me, and I keep going like, I really can't afford it right now, but like I've managed to walk out of there without fucking buying it a few times. But you got Hero Quest for Christmas, huh?
Yes, indeed. Whoop, whoop.
Have you played it yet? Have you been playing it? You haven't had it out with the family?
No.
Yeah, I got that one at when it was like when the Kickstarter first sort of launched. I ordered it and it came, whatever, 9 months later or whatever. And I've had one game with the missus.
Did you get all the extra bits and bobs for doing the Kickstarter?
Oh, I've got all the expansions now. I've got dragons that fit on a little 30mm square sort of, board piece. But they had one game, and they used 2 characters each, and they walked into a room, and the missus had an elf, and she went into this room, and there was like 5 skeletons, and the Ben had a barbarian, and he was in there. And I thought, short work, and he just legged it. She got surrounded.
My nephew did the same thing, mate. My nephew did exactly the same thing.
She got absolutely chopped up. I was like,
as soon as you said the elf, I'm like, oh, she's fucked.
My nephew I had the nephew and the brother playing the game, and nephew was playing the dwarf, I think, and exactly the same thing. He did exactly the same thing. He was about 7, I think, at the time. As soon as there was any trouble and the two of them were there to fight, he just fucked off. He got a load of treasure and just legged it. He's like, oh, I'm out of here.
I'm out of here.
I'm like, do you know what? To kill him now.
Just fucked off. That's a bit elfish.
Oh. You know what to do then, Sid. To get some use out of it. Bring it to the next game. Next game weekend we have we'll play the nuts off of that. We will.
Yeah.
Like 40k. Why would we play 40k? There's Hero Quest there. What the fuck?
I'm desperate to get my hands on it. It's do you know where? Do you know the store that is selling it? Sports Direct.
Really?
What?
It's really
What?
bizarre. In my town, and I don't know if this is just a regular thing, but JD Sports and Sports Direct, it must have been bought out or something, but it's 2 floors in my local town. And downstairs is JD Sports, upstairs is Sports Direct and Game, all combined into this one miraculous shop. But yeah, going for the back, it sells some random stuff, and I was just wandering around looking, I'm like, fucking Hero Quest. And they got a couple of sets of it in there.
I thought you were going to say in my town, Hero Quest is a sport.
A national pastime.
But roll both the dice at the same time. I need more Lucasade.
It's down aisle 2 next to the badminton rackets.
Yeah, the dog flights.
What the hell happened down there? Did a chav accidentally fuck a goth or something? Strangest unification of shops. What
It is so bizarre. It is. It's the strangest.
So, how much is the actual box set? Like retail?
It's 99 quid.
Right.
And I'm like, whoa. But right, they got
a big glow 30% sticker on it, like 30% off sticker. That's Mike Ashley's usual trick.
It's basically 100 quid. But they got 2 boxes of it on the shelf, right? And the one at the front is a little bit scuffed and it's not sealed, and it's bigger, like in girth. And then the one behind it is all sealed up much nicer, but thinner. And I'm like, oh, have they done like a second print run or something? And so I'm like, well, I don't want that front one because it's all scuffed and tatty, but it looks like it's got, but it's bigger. But yeah, but I want to get. We had some friends over just after Christmas, and we did a gaming night downstairs with the missus, and we did. They brought round my mate. She brought round Stranger Things Monopoly, and we had a game of that. And it was good fun. It was good nice evening. Everyone hated me because I won really easily, and it was actually becoming quite horrible because there wasn't much sport in it by the end, and it was just complete luck, just landed on everything. But yeah, I really want to get, because I just, there's no better game for non-hobbyists, non-gamer type people than Hero Quest, in my opinion. It's just you can sit there as the dungeon master and no one needs to know fuck all. They can sit down with their and just just brilliant. And I'm desperate to get it. I really want to get it because it'd be a good game to play with the family and get friends around and stuff. And
I got it just to get the new furniture and the new minis and the new cards.
The furniture's really nice, big heavy resin blocks of furniture.
And in other news,
got to be better than Stranger Things.
I know. Yeah.
I mean that really, all these sort of different sort of themed Monopoly games, it's still Monopoly. Domestic abuse isn't fun if everyone dresses up as characters from The Wire or something. You know what I mean?
I mean, there's a 40k version as well.
Still Monopoly at the end.
There's everything. Yeah. There's a Poundland version of Monopoly. There's a Home Bargains version of Monopoly. I'm like, oh my god.
I'm interested.
I mean, I haven't seen ads for Monopoly, but I'd assume they go something like, would you like to alienate yourself from all your friends and family? Well, we have a game for you.
Is your Christmas too nice?
Sid, the minute they bring out a Greg's Monopoly, you are going to be
got it. They've got
mate.
it. Newcastle Greg's Monopoly.
Not enough squares.
Board won't be big enough.
You landed on sausage roll.
Go directly to Milligan's.
But in Hero Quest news, and I know you guys are aware because we were chatting in the thing, but in my like 50th time of watching the Bardic Broadcasts Hero Quest video, commented on it, and I got a response from him, which I was like giddy like a schoolgirl when he responded, because I said to him, "When are you going to do
cracking unboxing?
A cracking unboxing of the new Hero Quest?" And he replied and he said he is doing it, but when? So that is coming. So I'm
And
I
now
don't
so
think
is
I've
Steve.
ever been more excited for an upcoming YouTube video in my fucking life.
It's
Yeah.
a
Soiled
quality
himself
video.
there and
though.
then
Oh,
with the excitement. Holy fuck.
I can't. Yeah,
And
I
what
can't
after
bloody
you'd
wait.
mentioned that, I went and watched it again. In the bit where he uses the hero quest furniture in real life, and he just pops on the door,
Moments, quick!
shuts the door.
Oh, it's brilliant.
Yeah, I love it.
It is. It's. Yeah, YouTube completed it, mate. He's just done
Yeah.
it. It's just
Completed
perfection on the screen. It's just astounding. It can never be topped. Probably even by himself, most likely. But I can't. Yeah.
Also, I was never expecting to hear about Reggie Bennett in a hero quest thing, but it happens. Is it Reggie Bennett or Frankie Bennett? I can't remember. Some kind of model. Some pinup.
I don't remember, but I know the bit you're talking about. Yeah, it's endlessly quotable, absolute perfection.
Yeah. Oh, the muscularity. I mean, that gets used.
You can't even tell what this is. Oh, yeah. Let's close this down and go and watch that again, shall we? Just every time I need cheering up, I watch that 6-minute video, and I'm just it brings some joy into my life. It's
Would anybody else like a mech?
oh, you got any Malteser ones in there?
I'll have the truffle mech, please.
Are they all the coconut
The
ones?
truffle's gone, Dredge. I replaced it with a cunting
There's
Twix.
decent ones in here, actually. You know, you've got yourself a dice here too, and a few other choice bits. It was a case of like after I did me advent calendar event, I'm like, where the fuck am I gonna put all this? It's like, oh look, it's very sweet tub. This'll do. Oh.
You've been active, haven't you, Sid? You've been active on your channel.
On my channel, I've done not as much as I want to be. No,
Well, more than the
I
rest
did
of us,
do
I
a-
suspect.
oh, what with you lot? Oh, hi, he's fucking.
Well, not more than Scar,
I've done
actually.
3 videos. I
Well,
think, at
no,
this level.
actually-
Oh, fuck yourself.
Oh.
2 streams.
Yeah.
Fucking wankers.
Yeah, no.
2023's the
But,
year of Battletech. Fucking.
Yeah, but
30
Sid's been
30
making
days.
videos that are probably more likely appeal to our audience.
Video, singular.
One day, you'll fucking see one day. You think you're the big deal? Huh?
I did do a vid for the community December challenge. I mean, it was for the December challenge, and it came out on the 26th of January or something like that. Because that's the way
In a
life
timely fashion for the Warbosses.
I
I
mean,
was
that's early
halfway
for
through
us.
when I said,
That's-
I'll
yeah.
do it.
Yeah.
And then sort of put it on the back burner for a bit, went, all right, I need to get this done. And sat down one day and just went through it. But I've got about 7 videos on the go. And by on the go, I mean I've had an idea. I've created a file with the name and then done nothing else. But I've been painting quite a bit. I've been getting stuff done. And I've watched a lot of Apple TV.
Yeah, I've been watching quite a bit of telly.
This is
lately
busy
as well,
season for
actually.
me.
I've done no.
Flat out with work, just non-stop.
I've done some filming.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
awesome.
Probably won't go up on the channel for at least 2 years, but I've done some filming.
It's not
I thought he was going to say that.
that again, is it?
He's been filming, but it's part of his neighbourhood watch thing. He's just out the window, like.
I was about to ask, are you been recording the neighbours again?
Putting the recycling in the black bin again.
He's a never
Anything from them neighbours, you can't put it on YouTube, mate.
The
It's a
ring
never-
doorbell don't count, Tim.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's a
That's it.
neighborhood. Yeah, he's a neighborhood watch sign. I stole it to prove a point. It's I fixed the fur on a Viraga Terminator, which was not a challenge, and I filmed it on my phone, and I've been trying to remove it from the phone and point it on my computer, and my computer won't have it. So I've tried a wide variety of methods, and it still hasn't worked.
Well, you need a bit of room on your computer. You just
To the
send me
extent that
file
I
and then you'll have space on it.
Yeah, to the extent that like the Terminator was done for a friend, because there's no way I'm fucking throwing money at 412. And props to the person who did and had the bravery to go, yeah, fix this. There are more apparently, but he hasn't given me them yet. So I don't know whether or not that means he was unimpressed or whether or not he just hasn't got around to it.
What I found useful for transferring files off the phone is if you send them over to your Google Drive and then download them from your Google Drive onto your PC if you're having problems wired.
That was the first method that I had, but for some reason my phone has decided that Google Drive takes up space on its internal space, and I don't have enough internal space to.
You know what you need to do? You need to delete all that Matt Ward porn, you know?
Don't talk to me about Google Drive on the phone. Fucking hell, I had
thought he was going to say,
nightmare.
don't talk to me about Matt Ward.
I've had my fill of it.
He's
Nice
himself
make
alive,
my
I
Google
shouldn't
Drive.
Getting the footage for the battle report on Drive so that Dredd could access it was a fucking nightmare. I don't know,
Good man.
something about the Drive on my phone, it just kept fucking up, and I kept having
I had
to
the same
close
problem, mate.
it down. And it was a nightmare, but it got there in the end. But yeah, it was a lot of work. But we've got quite a few comments, guys, that we were seeing. So
Oh, how are we?
Gitman's here saying, "What up, you gits?"
Brewed raspberries.
Voodoo Fairy's in. He says we've all been slackers.
Very true.
Yeah.
Voodoo.
Yeah,
Big-
yeah.
Big Mac Dan Skull's here. He says, "What the bloody hell is all this?" And Sid, you got a fan here. Keith Gross says Sid's December challenge was great. Really enjoyed that one.
Oh, cheers, man.
And the Gitman sticking up for us. He says, Voodoo Fairy, not really that surprising. There is such a thing as life. Yes, there
Very
is.
true.
There is.
Thank you,
there is.
Jude.
Yeah, thank you, Jude.
Yes.
I don't have
Yeah.
one of those either, so I've
We'll-
got no excuse whatsoever.
We'll let the teenage boy stand up for us on that one.
We can all huddle behind him.
Yeah. I mean, he's a
He's
big
big
lad, isn't he? But
Yeah.
he's like a fucking Sasquatch. Ashley Kirk says the return of the pathetic. Loved it.
That was the news channel I used to do when I was bothered about the
Right,
news.
right. I thought it was
Pathetic.
just a reference to us. I'm like, guilty as charged.
Pathetic squad.
I was like, harsh but fair.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Also in
nobody
there going,
argued.
I'll take it on the chin, but I'll keep me on that fella.
Ambitious but shite.
Dave Dog, this is live, and not pre-recorded like EastEnders. Gitman, you're
Yeah,
welcome.
Indeed.
And I'm about now because I'm 18, so still a teenager. There you go.
Thought he was 12.
Yeah.
Still a child.
In other news, this was a very good Christmas present that I got.
Oh, sexy orcs.
Oh, ooh, look at that.
Ooh. Who's
Ooh.
Mr. December?
Ooh, you'll have to wait till December.
Oh,
No sneak
you
peeks.
tease.
Yeah, but I got that because it came. He got a unique piece of artwork with it as well, which came with it.
Where did this come from, Clint? This is
Instagram.
completely
Sexy
Oh,
orcs off
yeah.
Instagram.
Sexy Orcs on Instagram. Yeah, awesome.
nice.
Yeah, fantastic.
Yeah, they're good. They're an active Instagram person.
Oh, that's cool.
Little
Do a lot of
stickers
stuff.
and yeah, bloody brilliant. Calendar's awesome.
I
The
never
artwork's
go on
just
Instagram. I've got
phenomenal, man.
Instagram accounts, but I literally, if someone's messaged me on Instagram and I know they've messaged me, then I go on there specifically to see that message, and I don't hang around for long. But
You're probably
Yeah,
a bit
get over
old
there,
for
six.
Insta. I'd just leave it
Yeah,
all.
he's a bit old. He's a bit old for it. That's what it is.
Yeah.
yeah, I think
Leave it the young ones like me. Clint.
I think you're probably
Yeah.
right. I'll stick to TikTok.
I should whip the snaps.
You know, actually, TikTok, right? That is where only youngsters and again older people seem to be going. Like, my dad's got TikTok and he keeps using TikTok. He keeps sending me TikTok links. I'm like, I don't have TikTok, Dad. I'm not interested.
I mean, I might be
Oh,
using
right.
Google. You might be using one of the shorts things where you can scroll through shorts because sometimes
Yeah,
it'll
they
be
put-
from TikTok or it'll be from Instagram or it'll be
What
from
are you
Facebook.
doing? What are you
What
doing
else-
looking at this anyway, Dad? Grow up.
What
Fucking
I'll
hell,
say-
you should
what
be
I'll
looking at this either. It's rubbish.
What I'll say, Dredd, is scrolling through TikTok is like the
Mind-numbing.
most mind-numbing waste
No
of
interest.
oxygen and time and life you could ever.
Yes,
But
indeed.
Zero
a
interest.
good way to use TikTok actually is when people send you something specific, because then it's just one specific thing that they think, oh, Dredd will find this really funny, and it's just something that is genuinely a little 10-second clip of something that is funny. But
But I have to click on the link and then go, oh, do you accept this? Do you accept? Oh, fuck off, Charles. I'm not interested. Oh.
Oh yeah, well, you obviously you being
Lord.
you, are not going to put all your details in or download
No.
it. 'Cause the lizard people will know where you are, and
Exactly. I've already got an official address and
before
everything.
you
at the
know it,
moment.
you'll be microchipped and everything.
Brilliant.
Oh, I was actually contemplating getting one of those chips in your hand so you could do like wireless payments at one stage. I was like, oh yeah, that looks fucking cool. Sure, why not? We're all tracked
And
anyway.
a thing.
Dread will
That's a
just
thing,
get
yeah.
his-
You can get a
Dread will just get his,
you can get a subdermal implant. It's like the size of a grain of rice.
Wouldn't
And
you just cut someone's thumb off and then?
Well, no, they'll put it in. Like you can
Dread
put it
will
in.
get knows
Yeah,
what
go
I'm
on the
gonna
rock
say,
with their
yeah.
thumb.
Dude,
We all get
dude.
It's not stealing. I've got the thumb. What?
Dread will just get his cock fucking chipped. You just slap that on the counter. There you go, sweetheart. Scan that.
Oh, sorry, pull that
sir, my
back a
reader's
bit.
not big enough.
Machine says it's rejected. No funds. You're firing blanks.
Computer says, ooh.
Oh, good. Love it.
Yeah, mate.
The computer says that's the most perfect payment system I've ever seen. Beautifully formed.
Well, it used to be.
Unusual item in bagging area.
Ball bag in bagging area.
So what happened to the channel in 2023? Oh, we got banned. Oh, really? Why? What were you talking about? You don't want to know, mate. You
We've
really
done an ill-advised live stream and 20 minutes.
Went off
12.
beast a bit.
don't want that. Yeah.
Let's talk
It's
about
like, we should
COVID-19.
probably edit videos, you
No.
know, so we could just edit all the bits out. It's like,
Not again, Dread.
I'm starting to realise those were words of wisdom at this stage, to be honest, you know.
I am so past caring. There was a time when I was
we need now is some copyright
terrified
music.
of going live with Dread, but now I'm just like, let's have it. Let's have it. I can
Yeah,
just
you
feel
can't-
people
I
tuning
can't
in.
tell
going,
viewers because it's a skin-toned crash helmet that he's wearing, but he's sorted out. Just have
The
it.
skin tone crash of it. What a horrible thought.
I'm just. There were so many things I was going to say, and I'm not going to. Ill-advised. There's there's no editing.
Hey, what about that Rogo Dawn tank?
Yeah, Tim, you've been quiet for a while.
Figure.
Yeah.
Dim,
When's the DLC for it?
What's the I was watching a video on a channel. Oh, it's a channel I've been watching a lot of lately. Sid, I know you watch it as well, and they were.
We talked about that on here.
I don't know.
What's his name? The
Oh, I
dark-haired
don't know.
fella,
You got me doubting now. I don't know.
Dark-haired fella, funny.
Yeah, very good channel.
Oh,
Very good channel.
he's got a
We
funny
can-
name, isn't it? It's a weird
We
name.
can plug other channels, surely. We can sing
Northern
my
Exile?
praises.
Not the
Oh,
one
no,
I'm
no,
thinking of.
Another good
He's
channel.
brilliant,
I
though.
like. Yeah, I do
Very
like
good.
Northern Exile.
No, he's a guy that don't pull no punches.
The one
He's
we've
sort
been
of
watching a lot, Sid, where they sit and chat, and there's the
painting
hairdresser painting phase.
Painting face.
Is
Yeah,
it
yeah.
Peachy? It's got
Peachy.
Yeah,
Yes,
peachy. Yeah.
Yeah, I do
I'm-
like that, to be fair.
I'm loving
That's
that.
really good,
I'm
actually.
loving that. It's like what we attempt to do, but much better with production value, and they stay
I
on
hate when I
topic
see
and-
that. It pisses me off.
And I'm watching
Inside
it.
info,
This
isn't
guy,
it?
fuck these people.
Well, they have.
How dare they do what we
certainly.
want to do better than us? Oh, oh.
Yeah.
Do you know what we've
I'm
got that
I'm
they
enjoying
haven't?
it. Go on.
In all honesty, what we've
Dread,
got that they
Dread.
haven't. No, about 600 mile between us.
Yeah.
Everyone together in one room, one decent camera, table, nice, and we're obviously scattered like the winds. That's why
Well,
the meat content
you-
is so good. Meat as in the meat up, not the Dreads meat content.
Well, I mean, both are good.
It's so much better.
Good, yeah.
100% meat.
This isn't just any meat. This is Dread's perfect succulent
Prime
meat.
Taste the difference.
You've heard of Kobe. This is dread meat.
Whoa.
You won't find Dreads meat in no Weatherspoons. That's all. That's all I can say.
Oh, we did when we were away.
It's been spooked quite a few times.
Why is that dread? Is it a stuck-up cunt?
That's what it's for. Yeah, that's.
That was.
I'll have you know, I went in
and
Greg's the other
apologise
day. I
immediately.
actually lowered myself to it, and it was quite good.
I went to Weatherspoons the other night. It was 99 pence a pint.
Don't upset the Southerners, Sid. We've got to keep our cheap beer prices.
99p a pint, how
Are we all moving to Northern England? Is that what you're saying? Yeah.
Actually,
No,
my
no.
company have a job offer from Peterborough. It came up. The
No,
other
I
day,
like
it was
working.
literally,
We'll set up our own company, lads. It'll be grand.
No jobs, no warm.
Yeah, you could get a job.
We
up in
can't run a
North Point,
YouTube
Clint.
channel, let alone a fucking company. Shit.
Clint, you could easily get a job cooking up north. You can do sausage rolls, can't you?
Is it Greg's opening? I could reheat some shit. No drama.
Can you use a deep fryer?
That's Scotland.
Yeah, you went too far.
Get your
Yeah, too
stereotypes
far
right.
north.
You're not creating the old directions there, Dread, are you?
I told you, Peterborough's north to me.
Peterborough.
Well,
Oh,
the
Jesus
state of the
Christ.
town, yeah.
What a fucking.
It's not north. I don't know what that is.
Gitman
There's
says
job offers
all
there
of
at the
you.
moment, though.
Gitman says all of you couldn't be in the same room without the problem of trying to kill one another. That's why you had to have Mad Doc and Garth keep you gits in line. Well, that's what I was thinking of bringing up. Sid, when you said, "Oh yeah, but they've got the advantage; they're in the same room, unlike us being all miles apart." But we were in the same room, and look how that went.
Brilliant.
Well,
It was great.
but you know what? I will look how that went in about April.
No,
But
next
the
weekend.
Anyway, doing it like this, at least 4 of us can breathe.
This is true.
I'm sorry for taking a popular.
Don't. Oh my
Memories.
What?
Oh,
What
poor
is he on
scratchings
about?
at their finest.
I
I'm telling
don't
you,
know.
the memories.
Oh, it's on the film. Don't worry. Oh, yeah.
I honestly don't think anybody here has free of guilt on that, Mark.
I am.
There's
I'm just-
different
I was just
levels of guilt.
Perfect. You guys
You
know
were all
this.
expelling it. I was just fucking inhaling it all. I was just absorbing it.
Kebab on the Friday night was
And-
not the
and
best plan we
Dread.
ever had.
Dredd wasn't even part of that, like you 4. But then when he come round to mine, you rubbed off on him because you see he
yeah.
started letting
Yeah.
out.
I never rubbed
Oh.
off on him. No.
He was asleep. I did.
No. He wishes.
No, that's just OnlyFans content. That's not
Yeah, exactly.
the video.
That was that Taco Bell you fed me. I don't
Yeah.
usually fart. Honestly.
That pink see-through chicken.
Taco Bell is pretty fucking evil. Yeah,
Enjoy
Yeah, that raw
enjoy
chicken
your
kebab
meal,
you
sir.
had, Sid.
It's literally like a colon cleanse. Taco Bell. That's yeah, but Sid see-through chicken. That was rank.
Yeah.
That was fucking
That's
grim.
proper around that, like.
Jeez.
Kebab shop at its finest. Fucking hell.
Me and Scar had the right idea. Went to the proper greasy one.
We literally googled best kebab shop in Peterborough.
You
That
didn't tell the
one
rest of
across
us,
the
did you?
road,
You
right,
just
so-
turned round. And
We fucking did. You don't listen, you shower
You were all
bastards.
swayed by the shiny lights and the pretty floor.
Oh, look at
Oh,
the
it was like a
floor.
dance floor.
Look at the
It was
marble
shiny.
floor.
It was really
What
shiny.
the
No,
fuck?
It
to be
was.
fair.
It was all like a speckled, glittery floor. It was like, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's
it's
like
like
an
an
upmarket-
in a black paper bag. I mean, it just looked classy.
I thought we'd walked into Stringfellows for a
But
minute.
then I
with,
realised the meat was
spearmint rhino
beef,
or
wasn't
whatever.
it? Lamb.
That's what they made the kebab from, Rhino.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Tough.
I don't know. I didn't see any pigeons around there. I think that they were in Sid's kebab.
It was rotary, like.
How is the deworming going, Sid? Anyway,
Honestly, I'd been back about 2 weeks and my arse fell off. It was
Big Mac Dan Skull, 6+ Steve-O, the Orcoid fart vacuum.
catchy title.
why is that not a model?
I feel like a shock attack gun
Yeah, I'm thinking
conversion there
Yeah.
could be done. Yeah.
Just hoovers up the farts and then fires them out in solid form,
Fires them back.
straight through the armour. In for the
I think-
ventilator.
Yeah, if anyone wants to make a Sid Warboss model, yeah, there's your thing. Perhaps with a terrified looking Steve-O thing. I don't know.
With a massive
some
smoke
kind of-
plume.
some kind of
Just
like
cutting his nose off.
gimp mask with a hose pipe attached to it or something. Human centipede vibe going on.
Oh,
The fart
Jesus.
suit.
Jigsaw look like that.
I was just eating a pigeon kebab, and I'm like, no, don't eat
I
that.
wouldn't get- It wasn't even a good cut of pigeon. It was like a wing or something. Or the bits of beak in it
Feet.
and all that.
The beak.
You know, when pigeons are in city centres and they walk around with gammy little feet like that. It's like one of them's just gone nubbin. You see one with 2 full feet, and you think, oh, you're new. The rest of them are like,
Yeah,
I
the thing
don't know what
is,
causes
if you
it. but-
assessed it when you
Just-
opened the
just
box,
moved in from
Handy
the
at the end of the night, though. I saw you
still
using it as a
half of it.
toothpick later on. You know.
Yeah.
I was going to say after about half an hour, it was a stool pigeon.
Oh.
Actually, not too
It
bad.
certainly sounded like a flock of sparrows.
Yeah. Hitting into a truck.
I'll tell you what. Like that was a fucking good meetup. I had the best fucking time. It was.
I
Like,
laughed that hard for so long.
Yeah,
honestly.
it was brilliant. It was so good.
Mhm.
It was such a laugh.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, at least
My
I got
chest
away with
hurted.
that fines for the bloody toll.
Well, you amused us with your shenanigans, Dread. Anyway.
I don't know why he
It's
told
fun,
you,
eh?
bunch of arseholes. I can
And
hear you
you're
I
right.
fucking
can't hold this
laughing.
fucking piss. That's
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, straight away, fucking, yeah, he's straight on the phone. Like, they're going to love that now, aren't they, dickheads? And straight away, we can hear this voicemail. And he gets Scar going, you Bashara cunts. I was like, oh, fucking hell, Dread. See what you've done now, dickhead? I just look like a right pair of bell ends. And
How's that different from normal?
I was sure that they was going to do something similar too.
Dread, fucking in the
disappointingly normal.
naive hope that he was going to get a bed. I said, oh, you fucked it now, mate. You ain't getting a bed.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
well,
This whole
I'm
we're
sure
not
I'll
sleeping
talk-
on the sofas thing, and then you sort of last the show. Good fucking luck with that one.
Yeah, I said you're shit out of luck, mate. You are. There's no chance they would have been unpacked. They'd have already fucking pissed on them, claimed them.
We nearly had a night's
Oh,
sleep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Look like
I
they
didn't
rolled
do that,
around
but I'm not that strategy for next time. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good laugh though.
It was a really good laugh, wasn't it?
You're not a
Awful as an
you're not a
accent.
morning person either, are you, Dread? You're not a morning person. Fuck me, he can moan, can't he? About everything.
That first day, I was, who is this guy? I've seen him on videos. This is not the guy I know. This is-
Yeah, what you see on camera, that ain't him. He's a
Ain't the guy I
miserable
met.
cunt.
I thought I was a grumpy.
I've
cunt.
been
Fucking hell.
driving. I fucking hate driving.
You've done a lot of miles to be fair as well. Twice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dealing with people on the road. It's
We
enough
went
to
through the
fucking
tunnel of
drive
love
anyone
about 5
insane.
times.
Yeah.
One more
Half
time,
the
Steve. No, Dim, you were
slinging
actually.
Dread's meat up the start for tunnel.
Dim was in a, and I can't say too much about spoiling something, but Dim was in a really good mood the whole time, except for on one occasion, which you may see when
You
Dread's
think it's
editing's done. I don't know if any of that was caught on film, but fuck me. All I'll say, audience, is something happened in the battle, and Dim just turned and he became the Dim you see on camera for about half hour, and then he chilled out again. A while there.
To be fair,
Oh,
as well, it was
Oh.
about 4 in the morning.
you know.
I remember now.
It was
yeah,
about
yeah.
4 in the
What, end-
morning.
end
We'd
of
been
turn two?
playing for about 10 hours as well. So, you know.
End of turn 2. Yeah.
How many weapon profiles? How many weapon profiles have they got? What the fuck?
Dan's
I don't
close
think
was
I've ever
in the chat.
regretted
I
killing.
like that.
I don't think I've ever regretted killing anything on the tabletop more in my life.
Dan's
What,
close
the
just put
atmos-
the
the
track chat
atmosphere?
there.
Yeah,
I got my own
you gotta
back.
work hard on the
Dan,
friendship now.
sorry,
haven't
Dan.
I got my own back, and he wasn't at me.
We'll try it again, shall we? Class. Dan Skulls put Dread doesn't often go the extra mile, but when he does, it's because he's missed his exit. But you need to obviously add the caveat and then drove south for another, 75 miles?
5 minutes or something.
Also,
Yeah, look, there was a sign in that tunnel that I wanted Steve-O to observe, and he missed it the first time.
so he went back 3 more times and he still
Yeah.
missed it.
Yeah, he was chatting the second time, wasn't he?
Where's the extra toll fares?
Classic Dread.
No.
Take the credit or deny the responsibility.
Totally Steve-O's fault.
Well, I didn't want to tell you to turn left because you just said I stole your idea.
You was my sat nav for the first sort of 10 minutes, and then I realised you was an awful sat nav. Actually,
Yeah, I
like,
was.
"No,
I was
that's
pretty
like-
shit. I was. Yeah, I was. I just when we were like in my area, I kind of just forgot that you didn't live there or know anything, and so like
Yeah,
you just
it's pretty
just
Treat me
assumed.
like I'm your missus just chauffeuring you around.
Yeah, I just sat there with my hand on your thigh and
And he just relaxed too much, didn't pay attention.
yeah.
Why do you think we went through this tunnel 3 times?
Don't move your hand, it's fine.
What are you doing? Changing gears?
We'll get there when we get there, don't worry
On a
about
stick.
that. Got all the time in the world.
That's why he was so upset about not getting a double bed. He had plans for us.
So what you're
I'll
saying?
tell you what,
couldn't
though. That the sofa bed was really comfortable,
Yeah,
and I'm glad, right? So in the build up to this, guys, we knew the deal. We had 4 beds and 2 sofa beds, and everyone was saying, "Well, we're all a bit old now. Some of us more than others." And I think every one of us is complaining about back issues and stuff. And going, I'd prefer to have a bed if I can. I was like, well, I don't mind having a sofa bed. I'm not bothered. So I knowing that me and Dread both had the sofa beds we got there, and I knew which room was the gaming room. And I'm like, I ain't fucking having that one. So I was like putting my bags out, going, I'm having this fucker. So Dread really did get the shitty end of the stick.
Yeah,
so
but then I figured you'd probably end up with the food smells because there's more food over there. But then, as it turned out,
yeah, but with Clint's cooking, that was not a bad thing, mate.
that night, when all the farting, we went back to the other room and we spent hours back in the other room. Then when we came back to the place where my bed was, it still smelt in there, even though we had the windows open. I was like, oh my God, it actually smells.
So
there are.
it was cold and it stank.
It did.
Beautiful.
The problem was when you walked into it, it did smell like a Planters dry roasted peanut factory. And the windows were open, but they weren't open big enough for the
I
smells
was
to get
there. I was
big chunks of smell.
just
Little particles, these were like beach ball sized particles, and they couldn't get out the little windows.
You can nearly cut them, you know. Would you like a slice?
Yeah,
Here.
you need to walk down with a knife doing that. A couple of knives, just dicing them up.
it was great going to bed at night. Like it was because like everyone basically stayed in my bedroom.
Chatting shit.
Until I wonder where I was going with that. Yeah, they were all in my bedroom. That's where all the action happened. But yeah,
Sitting at the end of your bed.
I was just getting into bed. Like, guys, carry on. Don't mind me. I'm just going to get comfy and that. I go to bed. I was going to sleep most night, listening to all chatting shit. It was like listening to a podcast. It was great. Yeah, it was good times.
We
It
just
was
kept
really
our
good.
voices going because anytime we stopped talking, you could hear that awkward sort of shuffling of the covers behind us. So
I had an itch on my thigh. All right, I told you it was a rash from all the travel. Fucking hell.
Travel rush.
Yeah.
Hey, friction born, yeah. Fuck.
Wonder why you went that big tube of
asthma,
Vaseline.
night terror.
I understand on the Night Terrors front. That's what happens every time I read some of Matt Ward's fluff.
Speaking of night terrors, Dim, fuck me, you're snoring. That is,
Yeah.
we're downstairs with the door closed. I'm like, I woke up in the morning. I'm like,
And and
Fucking
with,
earthquake.
and with the sleep apnea, and with
Jeez, the boiler playing up or something. Oh, fucking hell.
and with the
Yeah,
ventilator.
subwoofer.
I've got a ventilator to stop that, but at some
You
point
got one
during the
of
night, I
them-
almost always take it off. So
Like Darth Vader masks with the
Yeah.
snorkel.
yeah,
Like Darth Vader on holiday, sort of like pumping
well, it's
precious air
more
in.
like just a regular hospital mask, really. But yeah, I got
Oh,
one of
right.
them.
My mate's got one of the full ones. He looks like, you know, it looks in the back of that tank. He's got the full, all the pipes coming out. He's got something like that.
Yeah, I walked
Yeah.
in. He looked like the fella out of fucking Mad Max. Yeah,
Yeah.
fucking. Can't remember what his name is.
That's
Yes,
the blaster.
that's it.
I did tell Stephen
no,
to walk away as well. Save yourself.
What's that on your head? Don't mind him.
No, he did look like Master Blaster, but only when he was carrying Clint.
Who run Battertown?
The little chef.
Yeah, fucking hell, that soapbox was a good call, so at least.
Oh, he wouldn't have got any cooking done otherwise.
That's what's taking the time with the editing. Dread's going to do all that Lord of the Rings style trickery.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Perspective.
Fucking hell.
When we stopped halfway
Don't give me
at the
ideas.
service station,
Don't
it was
give me
almost like
ideas.
Clint was there.
You're giving me such a good idea.
Hey, don't be stealing any ideas, Dred.
Not allowed to steal them.
Oh, excuse me.
Are you all right with having chipmunk voice for the majority of the video, Clint?
He'll do anything for the video, mate. He'll
Yeah,
write the
no
theme
drama.
tune. He'll sing the theme tune.
Sing the theme
It's a good job all this sort of crack is, you know, available to understand by everybody. And not
Yeah.
just like lots of,
They all know what we're talking about.
yeah,
No
everyone knows
jokes
what we're
about
talking. You can just switch on anytime and go, ha ha ha, general references.
This is the fun bit though. Like when these folks actually get to watching the video, they'll get all the in jokes now. They'll be like, "Ah, see, that's what they fucking meant."
And don't forget, after you've watched the video, to come back and watch this. And then
Yeah,
go,
yeah,
oh,
just to
oh,
remind
Easter
you.
eggs.
Ah, that's what the fuck they were talking about.
Well, to be fair, they've
Easter
seen
eggs. We
most
like doing
of
that
it.
clever shit. It's very clever and well thought out channel.
But what they haven't seen is Scar. We're still waiting on you as well. We got a BattleTech report, haven't we? I've
What do you
been
mean you haven't got a BattleTech report? I've already done a battle report this
Not-
year. Not our one.
not
our
our one.
No. Well, I'll do
which
that.
we filmed last year.
Exactly. I'm waiting for the big battle report to give it context to come out. Because you have to
Oh.
remember, we talked. Oh,
And then
well,
we got-
and this is going on as well at the same time, you know.
We got two more from Dread because we got the big one that we've been talking about, but there's another one because you and Sid did a battle report, didn't you? So there is still a lot more content to come from this meetup, guys, that you haven't
The
seen.
big
It's
one.
not-
He means his cock.
Hey!
That's the biggest regret I've got of the whole weekend. Is I don't
Playing
even
Dread?
think I took
Oh.
my phone out of my pocket. If I've got no photos from my wedding or my son's christening, I'm not going to have anything from this weekend, right? But I do regret. I don't
I was annoying
board as much.
I was annoying the fuck out of Dread, and by extension probably everyone else. But I was on Dread's case through that bat rep, like, come on, get the camera, get record, because he gets a little,
Yeah,
he gets
he
a
gets a
little
little fucking lost.
sidetracked. and
As
he-
the evening goes on,
I
as well,
wanted to
turns
get
take fucking
sidetracked.
longer and
Yeah,
longer.
I know.
Like,
I'm
come
not
on,
allowed to get
come on, you cunt.
sidetracked because
Hold the fucking come on.
He has a what after a couple of little trips out on the balcony, you know, he's not quite.
That's that Peterborough air.
He rolled his own sidetrack.
Clint, do you think we're actually in this bat rep, or do you think it was all the other end?
Oh, I reckon it was all the other end.
I think there'll be a lot of
We had
that.
our own battle going on.
With-
Yeah.
Fucking did it all.
It was a 2v2 with a separate one on the side.
Yeah.
I think I occasionally tickled Clint's army,
Clint's
but
in
most
it.
of the time
Clint's
didn't.
in it from behind.
Oh, hello.
Literally from the balcony window.
Out for the money shot.
Steve-O knows the bit I'm talking about.
Yeah, I do know the bit. We had a lot of fun filming that bit. Me and Dredd were up to antics out on the balcony quite a lot. Yeah, it's a real shame actually that the northern side didn't do a little bit of sort of game analysis at various points because it would have. But yeah,
we're a little bit of bitching about us.
To then have that time to ourselves. You know what I mean? It's
Well, we did do plenty bitching. It's just we didn't record it.
Yeah, bastards.
You really should have recorded it.
What would everyone say?
Oh, mind you, I'll tell you what. When I finally get Dim's footage, it should all be captured on that because that was just recorded in a way, wasn't it?
Yeah,
we had to catch what
you might want to
saying
change
about
the
it, but
Dredd from what Dim was saying earlier. You might want to rephrase from when to if, because that's a bit of a question mark over that by the sound of it.
Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed.
Look at Dredd. He's like, you bastard! Don't let me down. What was everyone's like highlight from it? Like, go round the room
of the whole weekend.
Yeah.
Well, not the whole. Well, I don't know. I was going to say possibly my truck blowing up Dim's boss.
Not the bottle.
I love it. Dredd went
no
straight
giveaways.
for a spoiler.
Yeah.
Well, we
yeah,
just said
sorry.
he couldn't hold his piss. Proof.
I thought the live stream boss battle we did, where it was all characters, was good crack.
That was
Pretty cool.
That was
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah,
No,
it was a
I
good
mean?
one, wasn't it?
I mean, I
Nice hot
don't
slice
want
of
to.
that pizza when it arrived as well.
Oh yeah. All the
Yeah,
fucking
I don't want
pizzas.
to. I quite enjoyed the Sunday dinner we had on.
Oh, that
Sunday.
was mint as well. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, that gravy was. Oh,
Yeah, that was. I was going to say that actually. That was after the whole weekend of eating nothing but like
Shite.
fucking fast food and fucking gas station food and fucking just
Mr. Porky's.
Twiglets.
Ah, fucking hell.
He
you
loves
and
them.
the Mr. Porky's. Fucking hell.
Yeah, it's good to have some quality food.
I've never
That
come
was-
across food before that I haven't been able to decide whether I love it or hate it as much as Twiglets. I'm like, what the fuck is this
I
shit?
with Twiglets. I have a Twiglet and go, I'm fucking horrible. These. Oh no, I
I
can't
love
get
So
Any more
true.
less
So
that
true.
bag?
And then wondering why your innards are smelling like the fucking septic tank from the farm for the next 3 days. Fucking hell. Let's just say that flight home was pretty tight-lipped. Fucking.
There was an incident which I don't think was caught on the camera, so no spoilers here, where we was leaving and myself and Steve-O went down in the lift.
Oh, that lift.
And we was a good 10 minutes.
Bastards.
A good 10 minutes after
Fucking
Dwayne.
lift.
Jesus. Couldn't breathe.
That's
But
not the
apparently
worst.
some
That's not
The
the
alarm
fucking
went
I was
off.
impressed with the
got
alarm
in there
buzzing.
directly after him.
There was an alarm went off in the whole building, and the lift stopped, and I was trapped in there, and I panicked. I got very concerned, and I thought I'm gonna have to melt the doors.
No,
Cue constipation, though.
the worst
Stairs
part-
have never been more appealing.
Those Twiglets fucking reel me, but the worst part was I could hear people. The elevator was coming up to the top floor. I could hear people waiting for it. So I let when Luke's thinking it was you lads, and two fucking random strangers walking in. I was like, some bloke and his missus,
dear.
and I was like, ah, poor girl, fucking.
Oh dear.
Sauna.
We have
Jude's
to make
just
our
put
own
a
fun
comment
somehow,
in.
lads. You know what I mean? Fucking.
Jude's just put a comment saying the best thing was the reveal of Dim actually loving Blood Bowl and Steve-O catching it on camera. I remember that. It just the whooping with excitement and delight. Like a Victorian child on Christmas morn. It's like, look, got that. That's on camera. It was
Blood bowl shit. Blood bowl
Was
shit.
good.
I love it.
Oh, I put the zoom function on my phone to this like the best use ever. Just zoom right in on the just capture the sheer unadulterated joy exuding from Dim.
It's like we've always said, Dan. It's not what you're playing; it's who you're playing.
Yeah,
No,
exactly.
The thing is,
Yeah.
right?
That's
I-
it.
I
all
will
had a
say-
good time.
I probably would have picked it as my highlight anyway, but it kind of was. But the thing is that I am very glad that I still managed to enjoy a game of Blood Bowl, even though I fucking hate season 2. But you could not enjoy a game that was Snotlings versus Goblins, and it was fucking perfect, and it played out really, really nicely. And I actually pretty much just played a season 1 game. Like
And what a
in season
finish.
2, you can use your team rerolls, all of your team rerolls in the same turn if you really want. I played it like you could only use one. Didn't notice a difference.
Is that right?
Yeah, because you can
I
use.
didn't even know.
You can,
I've
you
been
can
playing it
use
wrong.
No,
What was
it's only
one a turn?
only one a
No,
turn.
all of them.
But
Ah.
now in season 2, you can use all
Yeah,
of them.
yeah.
if
Because
you
it always
want.
used to be only one a turn. I just
Yeah.
Yeah, it's season
No.
2 they've changed it, so
Oh, dear.
now you can use any amount. I think that's bad news when you're playing against a team that can beat you up. But when you've got goblins and snotlings, it just ensures the shenanigans are more likely. So I don't.
What an epic finish to that game as well. Like the
That
way
one,
it
it just
ended
oh my God,
and
that
stuff.
was just-
Like you couldn't have.
you couldn't
like,
have written
made
it.
that.
Honestly, that
Yeah,
you'd say it was a fix, wouldn't you? But that was
yeah.
it. Just all played out so perfectly. That finale was just like I was rooting for Dim. At that point, I didn't give a fuck that I was going to draw. I was just like, yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I wanted him to win.
And you can
Yeah.
see it, audience. If you haven't watched that yet, we've got if you're not aware, on this channel page now, we've got a playlist for battle reports. So not only the battle reports that we do as like a joint thing, but any battle reports involving us guys playing each other from our own channels,
rooting for
you
Tim.
can see. So I've put some of my battle reports on there. Clint's got some of his on there. So yeah, we'll upload, and so we'll share those channel ones on the playlist on this channel, so you can see that Blood Bowl battle report. And I highly recommend you go and check it out because it was cool, very cool.
yeah, it was a
Pitch,
good
man,
game.
the
Yeah.
pitches.
Great.
Oh, the pitches are
Oh, the stadium,
Stadium.
yeah.
It's great.
It greatly enhanced the game, massively enhanced the game.
Didn't
I don't think I
Dread
enjoyed it
sleep
as
in
much.
it?
It's big enough, yeah.
Most of it, yeah.
Killed up in the centre circle. wasn't it?
It makes me feel right at home.
Oh,
Yeah,
pretty
we got to
colours.
get some more games in all of us. It's just good playing, like-minded people in it.
Oh,
Yeah.
100%. Yeah.
Well,
So
we'll all
nice.
meet up again this
That's
year
my
anyway.
point,
We've a
isn't it?
wedding to go
Oh
to, don't
yeah. I like the idea of playing Hero Quest.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Sid, get your cell over. I've
I
got
was-
it.
You could totally do a summer
Yeah,
thing.
yeah,
In
I think we've all- I
there's-
think
the days are a
50% of
lot
a year
longer,
for
aren't
it.
they?
Mm.
Summertime
Are you-
barbecues, longer days, could be nice.
Are you going to paint your Hero Quest minis, Clint? And Dim?
Yeah.
I mean, Dim.
Yeah.
I know.
Well, the plan is to do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whether it happens or not, that's another.
It's they're quite bendy plastic though, aren't they?
Yeah, it's not the worst though. I have painted like Reaper Bones, and that's far worse.
All right.
Yeah.
Although
I'm
not
got one
shitting
out
on Reaper
now,
Bones, by the way.
wobbling. I thought if I paint that, it's just going to bend, crack,
Reaper
and fall
Bone
off.
stuff is
so-
a bit
Yeah, it's like
flexible,
that.
alright.
Yeah.
It's
So
all right.
I'm totally okay with like Hero Quest stuff and that not being painted. Like I don't know, just
yeah.
But the characters
that
being that
more-
red plastic. And all
Yeah,
the bad
just-
guys
I
being
dunno.
like either bone white or just like the dark green or something. Yeah.
Well, if you wanted that feel, I have the original Hero Quest, and I am not painting a single bit of that because it keeps it that way. But the reason I bought the Hero Quest, I actually backed a Kickstarter to get like a load of sort of alternative sculpts ages ago. So I got it all, and literally like a month after they turned up, Hasbro announced their little not Kickstarter thing for the Hero Quest, and I was royally pissed because I'd just spent quite a bit of money getting these sculpts. I mean, I do like them anyway. It's from my favorite sculptor at the moment, Boris Woznin, which I've probably mispronounced.
Definitely
he's-
Boris.
Yeah, he's a Polish fella. He was at one point living in Brazil, but I think he's moved back to Europe. But he's very talented.
Boris the Blade.
He's really good. I've got some more of his stuff over there, but I'm not gonna stand up because you don't need to see that.
You got no pants on again, have you?
Nah. Going commando.
great
It
level.
turns
Already
out it
enough
wasn't
crack on
Sky, it
this
was me.
channel.
Hey.
Oh, speaking of commando, Scar, did GW Warhammer /40k delete your picture that you put up on the new army?
Oh, that was
Probably.
so
Oh,
fun.
Probably,
yeah.
They were asking people to post up progress of miniature painting. I was like, here's all my Battletech stuff I primed. Oh,
You asked for it, you got
I
it.
thought you were going to mention the new Snick Rock model.
New Snick Rock,
Oh
yeah.
yeah, we should probably talk about that.
Yeah,
I mean,
just to wrestle it back on target for a 30-second or so.
target.
Have they
I mean, I've
actually,
only seen the silhouette of a fist or something, but it looks great. But I've heard there's no soles to his boots. They're just hollow.
His arse is
kind of
hollow.
like the system. Sorry.
Need
to lean into the persona a bit.
I've been out of it for a while. I'm way behind. So new Snick Rock model.
Well, we've seen
Yeah,
the silhouette, but
we've
it's
seen the
obvious.
silhouette.
Yeah,
But
it's one of those.
it's Snick Rock.
It's so fucking obviously Snake Rot. I don't think anybody thinks it isn't. Unless
I mean, the original Snick Rock models, it's I think it still stands up.
It's bang tidy.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
Bang tidy.
Yeah.
They just don't want the
They'll
rest.
have to do something special.
Spellcast, you know.
The thing is, if we do it exactly the same, like as in literally just a plastic copy of the same model, they'll get in the end of shit. If they fuck it up, they'll get in the end of shit. And if they pull it out the bag, well,
they're getting the end of shit.
I ain't gonna pull it out of the bag. That was
I ain't gonna pull it out the bag.
Wow, I mean, yeah, cool. A new plastic Snake Rot, fine, yeah, whatever. But
is that the blade arm you're on about? That wrist blade on the rumor engine.
There was a smoke grenade with the smoke coming out of it, wasn't it?
Yeah. I mean, there's like a full silhouette of the model. There's like a full silhouette.
Yeah.
The whole model.
Definitely him.
The blacked out one, yeah.
Have they actually said it's him?
No, but it's obvious. That
I don't know. I was thinking maybe it's the hard, but I like not originally, but they came out there. Well, maybe I've just dreamt it.
I mean, it's good news that there's going to be a plastic one because I mean, we lost a load of them disappeared off the site. A load of the characters, so we lost. Did we lose Badrock? I know we lost. I know we lost the one from the Vulture Boys, whose name currently escapes me.
Zagstruck.
And Snick
At
Ross.
the moment, apparently.
And there was another one, wasn't there, that went?
Not sure. There's a very nice Zagstruck sort of proxy from Mr. Modular. He looks a bit like the Vulture from that latest Spider-Man film he was in.
Oh yeah,
Michael Keaton Vulture. The great big sort of like.
His stuff's just ridiculously sexy, in it. His stuff.
I love that one with the big fist I was sharing the other day.
Yeah, that was cool.
Well, I think those fists are sort of, funnily enough, for Mr. Modular, because I've seen them with just one big fist and a normal arm.
Yeah.
Obviously, two looks just, ridiculous. It looks like what was? I don't know. It was one of the characters from ABC Robots in 2000 AD. There was a big gorilla-like one with massive arms and huge fists. I have no idea what his name was.
So like Zagstruck, Snick Rot, and Badrock, Captain Badrock, aren't on the site anymore. So maybe they're getting redone.
Badrock. Yeah.
Maybe they're all coming, or maybe.
Hopefully, they've been phasing out the failcast stuff, haven't they? Bit by bit, a little bit by little bit.
Yeah, but it means if they don't have a model, the rules go away. So
yeah, well, we do know that GW love to do culls of all the orc characters on a regular basis.
Ethics obviously has no model currently or no rule.
You can all have the same character and be happy with it. Everyone has Gazzy.
Hey, the 3rd edition and 4th edition Codex both have Zagstruck and Snick Rot in, so.
Yeah, as far as Badrock goes, I mean, the old model was all right, but there was far better piratey looking freebooter orcs from third parties. which we're not on about.
I thought it was
Some
all right when it was
cracking
in
ones.
metal. It's when they started putting them all in Finecast. Like, thankfully,
I'm not
I'm out of a vintage where I have them all in metal because I bought them then.
Mhm.
But yeah, if someone ended up having to buy it in Failcast, it's like, nah, I can understand.
I do
wouldn't
actually like the Badrock model.
I do.
I have it in
It's
Failcast.
all right. It's all right.
Yeah.
I don't think it's not set me world like, but it's not like I don't dislike it. I just think there's if I had him and I had another big sort of Warbossy freebooter looking dude, I'd be like, yeah, I want to use that one as Badrock as opposed to the actual Badrock. I think there's better out there personally.
They still sell, don't they? The metal Warboss, or one of the metal Warbosses. They still
good one.
sell
Not the good
that.
one though,
I
unfortunately.
I think they're gone now.
I think they
these days.
discontinued the best one, personally.
Which one?
I
Ah,
like
so Clint.
the horned helmet one.
With
Yeah,
the attack squig. I prefer the other.
Ah,
I've got the
yeah,
other.
I'm
that
with
one.
Dim actually. I prefer the
Oh.
one that they're still say, but the one I've got is like a combination parts from both of them. Like,
yeah.
yeah.
The
I
thing that's
wasn't
concerning
keen on
about that.
the squig on the hand with the chain. I don't know.
Ah,
It
yeah,
seems-
from
when
what-
stuff's
from what I'm
attached
seeing,
to a
they're both
chain, I
gone.
don't seem to like it. But
When that
It's-
third ed Warboss model goes, is that the last Brian Nelson sculpt that we had in our range?
Well, the
It
boys
might
are
be, you
still
know.
around, aren't they? They haven't actually got rid of them.
yeah, no, the boys are still going.
Did he
and-
do them? He probably did, yeah.
We've done
They were
Badrock as well.
rehashed, but yeah, the original, like the sculpts on them, would have been part of the original. What was it? 16? They came in a box of 16 originally, didn't
I
they?
don't.
Yeah,
So
I
they
don't know if he did-
rehashed that and redid it, but I still think they're the original parts. I think
Mm.
they just redid the sprues. You know what I mean? So
Because
like,
I know some of the full-fed stuff is quite a lot of the full-fed stuff is Seb Herbert, as he did like the actually quite an iconic one. He did the big mech with the custom force field was
that's
him.
still there.
And the shock attack gun one I think was him as well.
That's gone though.
Yeah, but the plastic
old
one's
one's
basically
gone,
the
yeah.
same. It's very similar, very
similar
similar.
to it, but I don't know if
Like
it's the
tracing
same.
paper. I mean, granted, fine. Use tracing paper over a great model. That's fine. That's fine with me.
Yeah.
So like currently out of like the characters, I think the oldest ones that we have are like the Weird Boy and the Big Mech with custom force field. You know what I mean? Those boys, but most of the rest of them are gone at this stage. Like, which is weird. I find that weird that I'm of an age where it's like most of my collection is vintage at this stage. It's like
Well, like
jeez.
Mad Doc.
It's like I remember
Dog
when these were
Grotesnick.
new kits. What the fuck? Yeah. I still have the White Dwarfs, new 4th edition City Fight. Big Mech with custom force field and like the Metal Commandos, like them being new. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, we're gonna bitch about the Mad Dog Grotesnick
Oh,
model
sorry,
again.
I'm
We were
sick
doing
of
that the other night.
catalogues.
Yeah.
Citadel catalogues
Shocking.
from circles round them, and
I want this
phoning
one.
up the
I want this
mail
one.
order and ordering the bits and bobs separately. Oh, I fucking love that. Oh,
Hmm.
I do miss mail order very much so.
oh, so badly. Yeah, I love mail
I
order.
exploited the fuck out of it, but I miss it.
yeah,
Yes,
kids.
it's-
Trolls
it's-
trolls
it's-
used to be a good thing. Before trolls were online, they did the mail order.
Yeah, they didn't fare too well with the transition there. You know what I mean?
Some of them
No,
weren't
no,
good though.
no.
Some of them, yeah, I had to make sure you rang up on the right day and got the right one because some of them probably drilled out both sides of their mouth. Some of them, Jesus Christ. I remember, like, my friend really wanted you remember the very Highland looking, very Scottish looking Warhammer Fantasy Giant? He wanted that for Christmas. And I can't remember whether or not he'd anyway, they ended up ringing up twice. I'm under circumstances that are pointless to the story. But the first time that they rang up, they said, "Oh, the mold's been destroyed. The mold's been destroyed. Can't get it anymore." And then his mum rang up like a week later, and yeah, sure, and ordered it, and it turned up. So
Yeah, when someone's mom tells you to do something, though, you do it.
Yeah. Get old down masters, crack that open.
Oh, the mold breaking excuse. Oh, I don't miss that. I don't miss that at all.
So you mentioned something just before there, which I mean, like I said, when I came back in, it was midway through 8th. You mentioned the box of 16 boys. Was that the current old boys?
Sort
Yes.
of, yeah,
Better too.
yeah, very
Where you
much.
get 11.
There were
got
different.
none
Then
of
you
the
used to get the
screw
guns separately, so the
Yeah.
hands you get a right hand.
Yeah.
See,
fist
that's
and
something
fucking
I
miss
love that. Having
Yeah.
to add the guns, because then you would have got a load. Did they have the handles on the? You had to cut the
Yeah,
handles
the
Yeah.
handles
off.
on the guns, yeah.
So you had lots of spare
I've
shooters with
I've
handles
got a load
to
of them.
lean against stuff and have scattered
Yeah.
about the shop.
Exactly, you could use them for dioramas and stuff.
The-
Yeah.
when they-
I've took a bit of sprue and whittled a little handle.
When
just
they
to
did,
stick on a shooter,
when
I've
they-
cut off a hand. It's
when they did Battle for Vedros and they did the other sets to go with that, like the smaller sets, if you bought the Truck Boys kit, you'd get the old school truck, like the old truck, and you'd get the sprue of the old boys still there. So I got hold of a load of them through that, because they were selling them off really cheap at one point.
what was the old truck? Is it not just
like the
One that's
not the
smaller than
not
buggy. You know the
Yeah,
Gorka
it's
Morka
flatbed
era?
one.
so like the Gorka style?
yeah
Yeah.
All
very
the
much.
Gorka vehicles were little.
Yeah, well, it was
quite little
tiny.
bitty
It
things,
was
weren't
tiny. But yeah, with that you got the boys. It was like it was some strange made by Revel, wasn't it? Who did them?
Oh yeah.
Them they had some sort of deal going with them, and that's where you could get death copters, and you could still get the Black Reach boss and it was cool.
It was an odd collection of stuff, but it was handy to have it about.
It was a great way to get some cheap bits and stuff that you couldn't get elsewhere otherwise. It was cool.
You get a
Yeah,
little
I never saw one in a toy shop myself, but I'm keeping my eye out.
No, you didn't get you didn't get the sluggers separately. They were still in the hand, but the shooters came completely separate.
Because the original boys kit that I got, which is pre sort of, life. When I was a kid, it was the Space Orc set where you got 36.
Oh, that's
Oh wow!
padded armor
Right.
hunched over dudes. They're like
Yeah, they all had like puffer coats on,
Yeah,
puffer
yeah.
jackets on,
that's like Rogue
Oh,
Trader
cool.
era, me.
and they all
Oh.
had fists like were slightly turned up, like at the at the end, and the
On the-
really wide bolters as well.
On the
Yeah.
slugger front, I think I know why they didn't have sluggers with handles in the third ed kit. Partly probably because of space, but also at the same time, I'm pretty sure they were still selling a blister pack or you could mail order the metal
the metal
sluggers from
ones, yeah.
Gorka Morka, and that's probably why they didn't bother.
Oh,
But
there's
whereas the
nothing
shooters were
worse
very
than
new.
gluing metal bits onto plastic models.
On the plastic, yeah.
Mm.
You've got some
Nightmare.
spindly sort of plastic model with a great big yark and fucking pewter heavy weapon. I'll just stand in here.
Yes.
Oh, is that what?
Every fucking time. Every time.
So everybody-
I think the
Everybody
first
who remembers
first
Second
model I-
Ed is freaking out right now, just thinking about metal on plastic.
Yeah,
'cause it was metal
I
bodies with
remember the
plastic
squads,
arms,
good
wasn't it? Yeah.
One of the
Yeah.
first
It was-
kits I bought was just because it was one of the few things I could afford at the time, pocket money, when I was sort of just dabbling and buying random stuff. I bought an Elder jet bike, but
Oh,
it had
Jesus.
the metal
The Reaver,
gun on it, and
the Reaver with the
Yeah.
shrieker cannon.
and
Yeah,
so you mount that on, and yeah, just that can just fall forward every fucking time. It was just-
And-
yeah.
Well, there was
weight
loads of stuff like
distribution
that. There
was
was
horrific.
one of the Imperial tanks, plastic kit, obviously, and it had like the little skinny, like a bit of plastic about that long and about a millimeter thick, like little pintle mount. And then you had a great Yarkin metal multi-melter, which was the weight of like a adult guinea pig's head, but like stuck on the end of this little spindly bit of plastic. Just get the super glue. This super stuff. I'll fucking I'll mix some more all day. I'm gluing it straight on.
Did you say the weight of an adult guinea pig's head?
Mhm.
What is the weight of an adult
Very
guinea pig's
specific.
head?
It's about
Same as a
0.6
metal
of
melter.
kilo. I measure most things in animal head weight. It's not weird. You're weird. Shut up.
Do you know what I find hilarious was? Do you remember the old original rhinos? You used to get like these aerials, and then there was like a really thin sort of hand bar that used to go across the tops of the rhinos. But if
Using
you
all the way
actually
around the
look at
sides,
old,
yeah.
yeah, they never lasted. Because if you look at old vintage rhinos now, I've never seen one with them still on it. Because they just never lasted. It was literally like plastic that was cast about 1 mil in diameter, and
Yeah,
you were
I
supposed
know.
to put it out.
But here's the
Never
weird
last.
thing,
I've
right?
actually got some of them in
It's
bits
probably because
box,
that was one of the first
but
tanks they made.
in
Then
mini
they were
pieces.
like copying scale tanks, like trying to do like.
Yeah, very
Scale
scale
models, yeah.
model-esque, wasn't it? Yeah, yeah. Even the aerials like sticking up out of the
I
back.
do remember that Rhino though. I had that Rhino, and I can confirm it had an underside on it as well.
It did, yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
that was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they gave you a plate so you can actually fill the hole in underneath. That was
It makes it easier to move it over terrain.
yeah.
And there's a space,
Occasionally
there was a
sneak an
space
enemy's
underneath to
model
write
off the
PTO.
Yeah. You should be
You'll
on their
see- you'll
PR
see
team,
people-
Sid.
you'll
You're selling me on this.
You'll see meta players with 3 of them going,
Yeah.
all right, where's the guardsman? Where's the guardsman?
It's
Guess
not
the
a
guardsman."
fault. It's a
Yeah.
feature
Yeah.
of the model.
It's not under any of them. That's the trick.
I remember when I used to play in the local games workshop when I was a young fella, one of the lads who played Imperial Guards actually had sad smiley faces painted on the underneath of his tanks for any time they were destroyed because he'd have them as wrecks. There'd be all these like sad smiley faces and little messages like, "Oh no, you've killed it."
Is that the first kit where they haven't put a bottom on, or has there been other kits which have also been missing the bottom plate?
We've had it, haven't we? One of the buggies.
The
we
buggies,
talked
some of
about
the buggies had voids underneath, but at least they gave them bases. So
Yeah.
if you glued it to it, you wouldn't notice as much. But
Yeah.
like a freestanding kit, taking a piss, lads.
I had a Rhino that was basically the last thing standing in a tank battle. Goodness knows why, but on our side, and I managed to sit in on an objective and win, whilst like 2 Land Raiders and some Lehman Russes fired at it, and all of the shots scattered wildly, so it was still there. And I'd pop smoke launchers to give it a cover save as well, or whatever it did in third, because I think it was a third.
Yeah, smoke launchers. Yeah, I think you got a 4 save or something.
Yeah, and after that, I decided to reward it, and I kitted it out, give it a couple of vehicle upgrades, and give it a dozer blade.
Oh, the
And I
little
wrote
blade.
lucky. I wrote lucky on the dozer blade in sort of like red to make it look like blood because I was a teenager, and it got destroyed in the first turn of every subsequent battle. I think partly because I've painted it
Drew
big.
too much attention to it.
I put a big L-shaped target on the front of it, but at the same time, I was largely playing people who were frustrated they hadn't killed it during the tank battle.
Yeah, so exactly to be like that bloody tank. Get it now, fucking.
Get it. Finish it
I
off.
had that happen. I think back in like 5th ed. I used to play a mate who played Imperial Guard quite a lot. And there was one battle where literally he fired every last gun, last cannon, all of his Le Mans Rus battle tanks or whatever at this one truck, and it just would not die. I don't know what was happening, and it was right like up in the middle of the field. I was expecting it to explode because you remember they used to veer off in random directions if they blew up the trucks back in like 4th or 5th ed. So I was waiting for it to blow up, and it literally took a whole Imperial Guard's worth of fire, and we're still like, yeah, I'm grand, fucking, job's a good one, lads.
Well, the next time you use that truck against those people, they'll be targeting it because it lives rent free up there. It's like, oh my god, it's the truck. We must kill it.
Just take your pin voice to it and make it like a block of Swiss cheese has been shot at that often, like
Yeah.
character. It's always fun.
It's the Bob effect.
Or looting. I used to love the looted wagons because you take like I had a Rhino with a Scorcher on it, and I used to put my Borna unit in it, and it used to be the Borny bus. You know what I mean? Because it rock up with a Scorcher Born, and then the Borna boys would get out and fucking torch everything. And one of my mates I used to play against a lot had like this unique purple color scheme. So of course, I paint me Rhino red, I give it its checks and dags and whatever else, and I cut the back hatch to make it all jagged. And then the doors have to be purple because, I looted them from your army, clearly, because I fought you that often. Oh, he wasn't too happy. He wasn't too impressed with that at all. Oh, fun times, man.
Best thing to do that, though, if you've got models and you play a mate who uses Marines or Necrons or Tar or whatever, and then just scatter your bases, and you've
Got to
got
be on your bases.
of their army.
Oh,
What did you want them Space Marine helmets for again? No, you worry.
Or the boss poles with the
Yeah.
Space Marine
Boss pole,
helmets
yeah.
painted in your mate's colours. Yep.
Oh yeah,
Definitely.
classic.
I've seen a lad on one of the online bat rep channel, I think it was Winters, and there's a I'm not going to get anything right, rules wise, but there was some chaosy thing where chaos spawn, like where you can turn. I think it might be a psychic power or something, which turns bolter change or something. Where if you do so many wounds or kill a model, it turns someone into a chaos spawn. And he was making little chaos spawns out of that model, so then he could like stick it in his arm. You go, remember him? You give him a name, didn't you? No, I've got him.
Brilliant.
You watch it and go, that's cool, that. But you know the lad who's playing against him's going, you fucking arsehole. You know?
We had a model like that on one stage though. There was someone who was making squig versions of different characters because what was it? Was it Ortsnagge? Was it? Was that,
Yeah.
It's not Zogrod. It was
old
Zogwart. Old Zogwart Kotorn.
Yeah.
Any miniature into a
Into a
squig,
squig.
and you replaced it and gave them the squig. So I remember there was lads doing that, like converting squigs to look like Space Marine captains and stuff. You know, because there definitely be someone running their 2+ invulnerable, rerollable relic armor, toting on a bike with fucking whatever weapon. You know, it was just
old Zogwart is a character I'd love to see come back.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
with that
you-
role,
you-
with that
yeah,
role,
yeah.
Or, you know, it's
I mean,
got
they've got the squiggly
some way
curse now,
somehow.
which is, you know, it's like you can tell it's like an
Yeah,
homage.
I've got loads of
It's
squigs,
not.
so I could do it now. Yeah.
I mean, you'll know better than me about orc characters throughout sort of 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th, which have come and gone since over those sort of rules editions. Is there any that you want to see come back?
Nasdrag.
Yeah, I think Nasdrag would be a big one to come back because he's another
Nods.
big war boss.
Bring back Nasdrag. Give him some awesome rules with his fucking gun, and give the Bad Moons a fucking character, a named character. We ain't got one.
I think every faction should have at least.
Yeah, every clan should
Some.
have one character, whether they're an HQ or elite, whatever. I don't care, but just give but Nasdrag definitely.
Someone that represents them. Yeah.
He's an important character in the lore and stuff, and he's still out there. He still exists, and he's still Nasdrag is mentioned and shown on the map, and some sort of teleporting shenanigans and stuff because he's a big part of that. And but
There isn't a Blood Axe character either, is there?
Snickrot.
But this is it. You should have at least one.
But like one that's more like a general.
You should have one Warboss. Every clan should have at least one Warboss, a big sort of name, Nazgûl, Gazgûl, whatever, going for all 7 sort of clans. But then the little, I say a little, the named characters who don't have to be your Warboss, the likes of Snickrot and Zagstruck.
Where's that guy?
You know, I think there should be a few of those knocking about as well. I mean, you look, it's
just personalities per se. Is that what you're saying?
The what? Sorry,
personality characters. They're not the main general. Like
some sort of like flavor. Just if you open up like on something like Warpedia, the Space Marine. I know it's it's an easy one. Sort of data sheets. You've just got like reams of characters with these different class space.
Well, look at the Necrons. Fucking hell, you wouldn't think Necrons would have, but they went through a phase where suddenly they went from having no characters, literally at all, to just having a fuckload of fucking different characters.
I'm not saying that one's in the worst position, because I'm sure there's other factions who are, even worse done by with regards to named characters than the
Tyranids don't have many, do they?
Yeah, but they're needs. They're not really
old one eye.
That's the only one.
Red Terror, Swarmlord, dealing with Marmontai.
Yeah, the Red Terror. What was that one called?
The Red Terror.
Tim.
That's his name.
There you go, fucking nail hit on head.
Yeah, I think.
But in Tyranids are the one that you think they don't need them.
Yeah.
I know it's like Tyranid players.
Used to think the same with Necrons as well, but they massively changed their lore.
Well, the Nids are in a great spot because you can actually create fucking dread. You can. The great thing about the Nid characters is that they're effectively archetypes. They're archetypes that like a Hive and Norn Queen can just bring back constantly bring back. They make a lot of sense, those characters.
I think a bit of the problem as well is I fully agree with everything Sid just said with different adding a flavour and stuff, and I would love that to be the case again.
We'll just end it there.
But
thoughts.
Next time.
the trouble is, a lot of the people that tend to use the name characters tend to go for the popular ones, the big ones. If it's Orcs, it's Gazgul. If it's the Space Marines, it'd be Gilliman or whatever chapter equivalent or whatever.
Power gamers
generally go for like named characters because they're
in like friendly
super
battles
powerful.
and stuff. Yeah.
And so the lesser named characters. Oh, I just see what you did there.
Oh, that's not what he's done.
But yeah,
I don't want to give any spoilers away, but I've got lots of ammo to shoot back here. Named characters.
Yeah, but that's
things ridiculously unplayable in Orc. But we'll save that for another.
That's a problem.
They've seen the live battle. They already know.
That's a problem with the culture. Then that's not a problem with the games. That means that we can't have toys because the competitive players will ruin it for the rest of us. I mean, that's why we don't have templates in 40k.
5 fucking points.
You pretty much said it there, Scar. You pretty much said it there because another you watch it in lots of YouTube channels and things where they review and talk. Any channel I've watched where they go through a codex of whatever faction and they talk about, and the minute they come to anything that isn't really that good, they just shit all over it. And in no mention is like, but the model's really nice and it had a nice bit of flavour and it had a bit of fun. They just sort of, it's so secondary to these people.
That's it. Yeah.
It's so secondary.
I've
watched one channel, I can't remember what it was called, but I really don't think anyone on there had a soul. But the way they were talking about the stuff was just, it was just not, you could tell if you talk to them about, well, yeah, but what about character? What about like adding a bit of fluff and lore? It would just be an alien concept.
Yeah.
They were just going through, this is this. And I think that's part of the problem and why a lot of them sort of characters
they're just data slates for them.
Yeah,
they're not.
And I don't think they sell as much because a lot of us who do want like from the other end of the side of things, people who do want fluff and lore and want to create stuff, like myself, I never use named characters. I've never really done. I tend to want to create my own character. I want to get the Warboss
options, so they've
they
fucked either way.
They have, but then there is still ways to work around that, and there is still options. They're just in different places because you've got warlord traits, you've got relics, you've got stuff like that. So there is ways that you can put that. For example, my big mech who has his the gobshot blunderbuss, I converted that on him and used a Grotzuka thing to build his big arm cannon, so that is represented on him. So you can still, not to the same extent, agreed, but there is still options there for HQ.
It's because they're trying to sell you their story rather than let you add your part to it, in my opinion, and that's why they're kind of doing this, because it's like,
I just don't want to see it getting to the stage where it's like, and you'll get it already, where it's someone's proxying like a Warboss with a character that used to exist but doesn't anymore. You know what I mean? Because it's interesting when they're like, oh, what's that character?
QW are doing that themselves. Gruck Face Ripper. Yeah. It's like, it's literally the proxy Warboss now. Like,
there he is. He's dead.
He was just a resculpt of the Black Rich Warboss. Anyway.
He was. Yeah. There was an argument on a forum many years ago. Someone did make a fool of themselves, but they wouldn't listen. That's not a bone of contention at all.
It is quite tragic that I made a career out of writing incredibly long paragraphs, and the one time I got someone was with a fucking picture.
But it's worth 1,000 words, Tim.
I wish.
Like half a paragraph.
The Goths were sport for choice for characters, weren't they? Because they had Gruck, Gazzy, obviously. They had Zagstruck.
Yeah.
At a time where Evil Suns, Snake Bites, Bad Moons had nothing. Now Snake Bites have got a character now.
Osrog.
Evil Suns had Where's That a Guts mech?
Yeah.
Great character.
But you're right.
If needs to come back and fix it. If they're going to bring it back, bring back, fix it.
people won't go for them because I mean I mentioned there with all the Space Marine characters, there's bloody reams of them. And what you said, you're right. There's only that one.
Loads of them
That
don't
one
sell.
get used.
Yeah,
the rest,
they won't
like,
use them because they're
I'll
not.
just
They don't.
have to use the
They read the
standard, give them what I
stats and the
want.
special rules, and they go, "Oh, that's not much good. I'll leave it."
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, that's what
They're the
people
ones
want
that
out of the
create
game.
some
Like, how
narrative.
many times I've seen people posting up, "Oh, I'm new. What's worth taking?" You know.
Worst.
Yeah.
words.
Sorry, Clint, you were saying something there, bud.
No. Yeah. No. Just agreeing with that, really.
Yeah. A lot of the times, though, with new players, I mean, they come into it and they're going to know. I mean, if they come into it and go, "I'm going to build this," is it going to then play it and then having a thoroughly uninspired, brutal looking game against somebody who's just there to smash your teeth in? It's going to be a bit off-putting. Whereas if they come into it and settle into the hobby and then go, right,
But
well,
what you're
actually,
saying there, yeah.
I'm going to build this now because I want to, because I enjoy it, because I like the look of it, and I'm not going to ask anyway. I just want to build something I like as opposed to sitting there painting Gilliman's eyebrows again for another fucking.
If their first game they
hour
get
or
their
so.
teeth kicked in and they get absolutely annihilated at the first game, they'll either put them off completely or they'll become that player themselves, and they'll go out to build the most powerful, strong, and it just becomes an arms race. then, doesn't it?
it's become the
And
norm,
rather-
hasn't it, among the
Yeah,
community? It has become the norm.
unfortunately.
It's when it used to be something that was, and probably wrongly, it was kind of frowned upon, because if you're into like that type of game, there's nothing inherently wrong with that. I know Dim will disagree with me. It's not my style of play, although I have fun in them
If you
sort of
want to bring
games.
someone into the game, you got to be
You
a
don't.
bit gentle on them the first few games.
Yeah.
You don't crush the life out of them
No.
the first.
If you're
bullshit.
getting
Welcome to
something
my
in the first
hobby.
game
Let
of
me
chess,
crush you like a worm.
Yeah, it's like
if you're giving
what
someone
a-
the first
what a
game of
twat
chess,
you
and
would
it's like
be,
6
honestly,
moves
with it.
checkmate, or darts and it's 7-dart finish. You know, oh, you shit, you. I'm not going to do this again. You've got to sort of like coax them in and sort
It's
of
a
like,
big
let them
entry
enjoy
point
it.
as well, isn't it? It's like, you know,
Oh,
you-
yeah.
it takes a lot of commitment to build a big army, and you don't want to put them off straight off the bat. It's like, you know, they've just spent £100 on their first couple of units and spent 3 weeks painting some boys, and they're getting all excited, and then you just fucking annihilate
But
them.
my advice to anyone
I mean, who wants to
is
paint
turn
something like
up to
a big
100
expensive
games.
model like a Dakar jet, put it on a table and have it just blown up before you get to use it. I mean, that's
Well, why not? Do you know what? I'd rather
That's
get
what happens when you
wiped
play
off.
once every 4 years.
I'd rather get wiped off the table and have my good-looking army wiped off the table than have some fucking lazily put together thing that smashing everyone. But do you know what? People walk up to a table, they don't admire the great dice rolls and the fucking Uber list of the people. People walk up to tables and they admire the army, they admire the miniatures. And I tell you what,
I'd rather get the compliments and lose.
That's worth 100 wins. That is, someone picks up your miniature or admires your conversion or your paint job or something, that is worth 100 wins any day.
Yeah.
Like, no one's impressed by your wins. No one, only you are. No one else is impressed by it. It's not. I
do think though, I think we're saying you've got to go easy on people. I mean, even drug dealers give you the first bag of crack for free. They don't overcharge it now. No, you'll not be back. Hook them first and then reel them in.
Right, the first bag's £1,000. After that,
I'm not anybody, lad. You take that.
Professional user never goes back to the same person, do they? They go round to a new dealer every time. Yeah, look, I've never tried, but I'm up for giving it a go. Give us some.
But
And
actually,
of course, crack is still cheaper than GW.
I still think it's mad that this hobby that we're in has got coaches, like paid.
Oh, that's so sad.
It's mental, isn't it?
That's my inner monologue was like, that's so
God.
fucking sad. That it really is.
That is mad, isn't it?
Christ.
Like, I can't get my head around that.
Yeah, I don't get that personally.
People are getting paid. It's like, my
If you can't learn enough by watching, by playing and by watching YouTube videos, and I don't think somebody else stand next to you going, "Nah, I don't want to do that." It's really going to help.
People sometimes remember the names of chess grandmasters. If you're a fucking wargaming tournament player, you've got no chance. You're going to be forgotten. But I would say though, I do actually
No one's
agree with
building
Steve
a
Orr.
statue for you.
I do actually agree. I do actually agree with Steve, though, that
I just don't know
like,
how we got there. Like, you just go
With
to
your
a
little
store and buy
carry-on
some
bag
wood
and your spectacles with a plaster at the side. That's not getting cast in bronze, you muglet.
I was having that. I was
Had
having
a
that
few
discussion
comments.
with my brother. Oh, God.
Oh, no, go on. Discussion with your brother. Go on.
Yeah, having a discussion with my brother. We were playing Star Wars Legion the other day, and
great game.
you got to remember it's a game for two people because we were both learning the game, and my brother's quite a quiet lad. Runs in the family.
But you
no,
didn't get a
we-
word
we-
in.
the gobby one.
I would have never
But no,
talked.
we're playing away,
Talk.
and he's taking his turn, and he's looking at all his cards, and he's gone completely silent for like 10 minutes, and he's reading through all his cards, and I'm there like that. Fucking hell, this is boring. And I said, look, don't forget, this is a game for two. Like, let's try and enjoy it a little bit. Interact with me. Like, and he's like, oh yeah, I was just reading my cards. I was like, yeah, I know, completely silently in your head, and it's fucking boring standing there watching you just read your cards. I said, I was a bit brutal with him, but he's my
Yeah,
brother.
so
So
you
be
lightened the
open.
mood there, didn't you?
Yeah, no, but then it's like, just read them out loud.
never
and we'll
coming around to play
discuss it.
Star
and
Wars
we'll learn.
Legion again, is it?
Yeah, have a
No, we
chat.
love it. We had a great game after that, and it's just like just talk and interact a bit, and then just it's remembering it's a game for two people, and
Yeah,
you're
Dredge,
there
when you take
to make sure the
10
other
minutes
person.
with every decision, no
That
matter how
fucking balcony breaks
insignificant.
until the game's over, cunt. That's what will be happening
Yeah.
in the future.
Yes,
Fuck's
Steve Orr. Two people have to enjoy the game. So, like, maybe not bring like a unit with like 7 fucking weapon profiles.
Oh, we can't.
Oh,
I want to talk about it, but I can't.
That's why I did it. But yeah,
No,
just,
I mean,
I
as soon
can't
as
say
we
it 'cause
stop
give it away. I
broadcasting
can't.
this,
We'll have to wait. We'll have to wait till
as soon
the
as we
Dredge
stop
done the editing.
broadcasting this, I'm having words with Clint.
What?
Oh, there'll be words. I've practiced this up there so many times.
I think army
Start-
wise on the big battle we had,
Yeah,
I think
Jim.
me and Dim's army was probably the best suited to fight against each other because I had a fuckload of grots as well. Like,
Yeah. I would
Again,
agree with
without giving much away, though, although mine and your armies were
very different. Very different.
we had boys before toys and toys before boys, and
Yeah.
they clashed, but very even. It was
Yeah, there was a
swinging
lot of tune and
back
fro. It
turn
wasn't
by
too
turn.
bad. Yeah.
You know, when it was my turn, I fucked a load of your shit up. When it was your
how
turn, you
shit
fucked a
would
load
it
of
have
my
been if
shit
it was
up. and it was-
really headed? Really shit. It was really-
Has he
so
been
it
to the
was good.
balcony?
I think he's been to the balcony. Yeah,
I know you're back. You glitched there a bit, Dred.
a
Say
bit
it again.
robotic.
Say again, mate.
Oh, I was saying it was really good how it was even both ways, because if one side was easily winning, then it wouldn't have been half as much fun.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
true. No, very true.
yeah, but it was we had the advantage of 6 people turning up, and none of them were that guy, apart
Yeah.
from Dread.
Apart from you.
I thought it was
I had
Sid.
grots.
I thought it was Sid.
Right, I'm
That is the fucking rock you pulled when you lost something. Oh my god! I thought you was about to smash the models and walk out the room screaming.
Don't bite, Sid. Don't bite.
I have on unit in question. They are now wearing some grot tank armor. And I'll say no more.
They probably got snagged as they went past.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
It kind of sort of exploded and shot into them, didn't it? I just had a thought randomly, but when we were talking about like characters we'd like to see back, I've got a weird one. Bear with me, right? But I thought Killboy from Death Squadron would be a cool character, right? He's a mostly cyborg, almost entirely cyborg orc that is a lunatic who flies a plane like a Dakar jet in. And he crashes every single story. There's only 3 stories, but he crashes every time. And generally, whilst trying to use it as a weapon, because all of the ammunition's been sort of got out. Basically, the rest of the Death Squadron are kind of shit, and Killboy makes up for it because he's basically the lunatic who kills everybody.
Imagine them doing that as like an upgrade, and yet another
No,
upgrade.
no. You don't use it as an upgrade. You have him in a Dakka jet, right? It gives you, when you take him as an sort of upgrades. If you take him in the army, you can pick one Dakka jet that can fly stupidly and give it stupid erratic flying rules, and the ability to deliberately crash on things and blow it up. And then once it's crashed, you get Killboy as a foot model, and you place it on the board, and he runs around, causes havoc that way.
Because that's his shtick, is he always survives, like, no matter what.
Yeah. No matter what happens, he crawls out of the wreckage.
Just a really good Dakka jet that's got like a chance of crashing every turn. Unless he wants to crash it.
No, like he can deliberately crash it at any point on top of the thing.
I think it would be good if you could actually just not deliberately, accidentally, like on a 2-up, he's fine. On a 1, nah,
he loses his rag and just he
just crashes there, wherever it is, friend or foe. And then I like the idea of like him jumping out the wreckage and going, fuck us.
Yeah.
Buzzcobb used to do that with a custom stomper, didn't he, from the Forge World rules?
Yeah.
Buzzcobb.
Oh, this is when you bought Buzzcobb and you got the upgrade to the stomper for like 300 points or something. It was like the cheapest stomper you could get.
I thought you were going to say you bought Buzzcobb and got a stomper free.
No, it was an upgrade for him though. Yeah, back in 16, it was an army. It was a
probably good. Army. Then he's overpowered now.
Well, you'd know all about that, Sid.
Yeah, I do.
How did that go? Yeah. we'll see in the battle which one was overpowered. Viewers, you decide. Let us know.
I thought it was cool. There was a lot of good conversions there. There was a lot of rule of cool, I felt, on the table.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, we kind of added rule of cool to the rules, really, because I don't think any of us had that much stomach to play the proper game. We all wanted to make tweaks.
You all wanted to show off what we'd built, basically.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
We played it more or less as is, but we didn't bother with the going to get the degree to figure out how the fuck you figure out points, because none of us cared.
Yeah.
Because funnily enough, those points are shit.
The funny thing I come to realise afterwards was that I actually I played under points. There was me like admitting to being like a point over, but I forgot to play one of my. I didn't even pack it, didn't even bring it with me. It was one of the Deathcopters. There was supposed to be 4, but there was only 3. So I left it at home. I mean,
after I said none of us cared, apparently Dread did.
Dread always cares.
So we're playing with one hand behind our backs, to be fair.
Do you care not to give anything else away, Dread?
Yeah.
It would have made all the difference at Deathcopter 2, you know that.
No, it fucking wouldn't.
So when are we due to see this battle report? When the end of this month, next month, next year?
Yes.
We're at the end of this month, aren't we?
The answer is clearly yes.
Yes.
There's another 2 days left. You couldn't fucking knock that out of the park.
I need next weekend for sure. I need a good couple.
Well, I need.
So February 2023 coming
I need
to
the Royal
our
Mail to
screen
send
near
my
you.
food.
Let's say we can watch it whilst eating pancakes.
Yes.
We've got some more comments on here. Junebug says, time to loot the Rogaltorn tank into a battle wagon with 6 boys doing the Flintstone thing with it.
Well, you can just shove the battle wagon up through the bottom.
Yeah, modelling for advantages in here. He says, evening lads. That'll be the Kaiser, I presume. Gitman says we also need Wazdaka Gutsmech to come in for the Evil Sons. Yeah, Dread would agree with you there. He's a big fan. Junebug says, but GW released 100,000 Primaris lieutenants.
They've announced another one.
This is number 50.
Another one.
This one.
Well, that's not surprising news, is it?
Gotta catch 'em all.
Gitman says Gene Stealer cults don't have a single named character.
That is incorrect.
I would be surprised if that was
pretty
true.
sure there is a Magus that has an actual real name.
Jeff the Magus.
But
I'm not massively clued up on them, but it would surprise me if they had
archetypes,
nobody.
They have archetypes.
Bezos
They're
and
sort of
Megas.
characters.
What's the
Yeah.
gunslinger one? Do you know the one with 3 guns and 3 arms? What's
Yeah.
Oh, he's got
Kellamorph.
a
I think
generic
it's called
name.
a Kellamorph.
Yeah,
But
something
yeah,
like
he's
that.
yeah. But that's again, they've got the same thing that Tyranids does of you get the archetypes turning up.
Yeah.
Basically,
Not
archetypes
named-
aren't characters.
named
I mean, it is
characters.
hard with G's in a cult, isn't they? Because they essentially like they're there for a while causing shit, and then once the nids come, when they're all fucked,
They
and
get
gone,
devoured,
so
all of them,
they-
don't they?
You're
Yeah.
not. It's quite hard for have a character that's going to be going off world and carrying on a life.
For any length
'Cause they
of
don't
time,
last
yeah,
for too
yeah.
long, do they?
They're
Once
a very
shit
one
gets
and done
done.
faction. You're right.
Yeah.
But also,
Prep the
like,
world and then get.
Very cool faction, like really cool. The
it's kind of
lore
good
and
because
it's
like
awesome, but-
if you have archetypes like that, you can do the guerrilla warfare. I mean, not that I'm comparing it directly, but when I did a Rebel Grot Codex back in the day, like I had a lot of characters who were just archetypes. So I had like the living legend who had a bit of Patton in him, a bit of Che Guevara in him, and like, just stuff like that. And he was just inspiring leader archetype. And I had characters like that were just like they were a character, but they were interchangeable. I got the idea from the Red Gobble because the Red Gobble in lore isn't a grot. He is a grot, but might be a different grot. Changes all the time, and
just
I can
like
got them all-
Makari.
Yeah,
Like Makari, yeah.
I disagree with that. I disagree with that law.
Well, it's law. I've read the
Deeply,
book.
deeply disagree with it. It's all
Yeah.
bollocks.
We've got one, lads.
Oh,
We're
they're biting like shit tonight. I tell you. Junebug says yes, Killboy. We got some new guy in here called Jedwar Gaming. Says oi oi you gits.
Oh, it's offensive. Delete it.
Ban him from the channel. Ban him.
Blacklisted. Oh, he's gone. That worked well.
Yeah, fair play.
Wow, that's powerful. That's a powerful delete right there.
Getting cold.
Deleted in person.
There's a jacket on. It's getting cold.
Oh, chuck another jelly deal on the fire, will you?
Fast 5 on
Oh,
the
yeah.
electric.
Yeah.
Rub
Okay,
two
then,
twiglets together.
Oh, fucking hell. The smell that would come off of that.
Oh, it stinks.
Also, that's another thing I would like to come back is a Red Gobble that doesn't have Christmas accoutrements. Because fuck that shit.
Yeah, I've got to admit, these old Christmas models. I mean, the Goth Rocker was the latest Christmas model, and I wasn't a massive fan of him. Dude, yeah, I was all right, but I wasn't.
At least
like,
he
you know,
wasn't
almost-
Christmas
still
themed.
At
waiting.
least he
though.
wasn't
Get it.
decked in bloody tinsel and Christmas lights and a Santa hat. I got the last Red Gobble. Every son started painting it, and he's 11, and even he went, nah, I've done it. Can I do more of them metal skeletons? No, you can't. Get back to your cupboard.
I'm just
But,
not. I'm not fussed by festive themed things. I just it just doesn't. Even at the gaming club I used to go to years ago, they used to do like special competitions like at certain times of year. And they're like Easter was coming up, and they were like, "We're going to do an Easter competition." And they were telling me it was great last year because I was quite new, and they were saying it was great last year. We had like someone did a space marine with bunny ears, and someone did, I don't know, a Tyranid coming out of an Easter egg or something. It was hilarious, and I'm like, "Yeah, but what are you going to do with them? Like, what are you
Display
do with it
pieces.
afterwards?"
Put it on
I was
his-
just like, I'm like, so I've got an army to paint, and I'm not going to waste any time.
It's what
Like,
it's
having
what you
fun.
What's this fun with the hobby you're
Yeah.
talking about?
And I get it's just
If it ain't
it's very
part of
much
the
a
meta, I
personal-
don't want to know.
It's very much a personal thing, but just for me, I'm never going to do it because I'm just like, if it ain't going in my army, I just see it as a massive waste of time. And
Yeah.
it's just me, it's a personal
No,
thing. For me.
I occasionally think, oh, I like that kit. I might buy that, whatever it might be. For example,
Yeah.
the Rogel Dawn kit, right? And I know the bottom empty, but I saw it and I went before I saw the bottom, but it had like the same opinion hasn't changed. And I thought I really like the look of that tank. I saw all the bits that I'd got, and it's got loads of like extra shit to go on, like just like oil cans and all the extra little like fiddly bits. And I thought, yeah, I could paint that like just like do it like a guard tank as like a display thing. Not a display thing, but like just as a one-off.
Yeah.
I haven't got any guard models. But then I thought, you have to stay a kill tank. I'll end up doing a kill tank. I know I'll do a kill tank.
It'd make a
Just
very
because-
cool kill tank.
Because, you know, one day somebody will go, do you fancy a 14,000 point battle? And I'll go, yes.
Two kill
You know,
I've been
as
waiting for
opposed to
this
going-
moment.
As opposed to going, 2,000 points?
Yes,
They're
I can
"Yep,
field
I'll
half
bring the
my
same
army."
shit I brought last time. Right.
I think that would be good for the next battle that we have. That if we each bring like a big vehicle or a big bad and an army, you know what I mean, and then we can have like big guys fighting against each other, because we've had that.
5,000 points each.
Well, it'll be like, you know, one big miniature super heavy. So maybe like
Yeah,
a
yeah,
Skullhammer
yeah.
Battle Fortress or a
Yeah,
Gargantuan
couple
Squigard
of super
Dog,
heavy each.
your kill tank and your army, and you know whatever points to spend. You know, if you don't spend up whatever points that you did off for the big guy, you could add that to your army instead. So it'll balance out points wise. You know what I mean?
What,
I
what,
think
what-
the biggest thing in our game was probably Dread's Battle Wagon, wasn't it? I think.
Oh, well, man.
His truck
Fine.
was bigger.
Yeah, it was. I thought that was quite cool.
It was
the
definitely
fact
the-
that it's a big
the biggest
battle, but
thing.
it wasn't just those. But yeah, no, I think that is a good idea. Definitely.
Yeah, Dredge Battle Wagon was definitely the biggest thing, because I remember I had to move some chairs just to get past the table. Boss was hanging up.
We had to reinforce the table when he put it on there.
So is Dred's big?
Bone in the middle. Like,
So is Dred's big thing the truck, right?
Yeah, the buggy brought.
He means his cock.
It was actually a big truck.
It was a big track, wasn't it? Yeah.
very big track.
Kept track of
It's
it.
Big
Because, I mean,
truck. Fucking
without
hell.
giving away any spoilers, the
Actually, as it goes, though,
the
you
big
won't
game
believe me, but
was
that Cromlech Tiger Wagon is actually the same dimensions as a big track. It's got the same footprint.
Is it?
Hmm.
I was
Also,
going to say, without sort of to give away any spoilers, how many points did we play again? Was it
I can't
4,500 each
First
TV.
side.
We had
15 side,
1,500
wasn't it? Yeah.
each. Yeah.
Was it? All right.
Yeah, we could just ramp it up to 2,000 each, with a stipulation that you bring a super heavy,
Mm.
Good deal. We could do that.
and if that's
Also-
a stomper, which is going to eat into your 1,500 points of troops, or Squigoth, Gargantuan Squigoth, which isn't, that's
I still maintain as
Yeah.
well that I would love to one time when we meet up between the six of us do a league. I would love to do a league like
A BattleTech League, yeah.
Gorkamorka campaign.
no. A Gorka Morka campaign is
Blood Bowl
also
League.
an equal and
Or a
that
Blood
Blood
Bowl.
Bowl. You're
Or
more
both.
likely to get me in a Blood Bowl or a Gorka Morka sort of campaign or league than you are to play a 40k league. 'cause
I
of-
think a 40k league, you'd either have to be playing 500 points, or we'd have to all book 2 weeks off work.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's, it would. It
6
wouldn't be
weeks
fitting
of Dread's
in
playing.
Yes. It's
Rusty on the
painful.
rules, that's
It
what that
is
was.
painful. No,
It's
you
hard when you haven't been
you
playing
are
for a long
so
while.
it's not rusty on the rules. It's because it's not even the rule. It's like he's
Decisive decisions any time.
you're weighing
You
up.
need-
You're like, should I target that or should I target that?
You get that
weighing it up.
wincing. Do you know that sort of wincing when someone goes to go in geared and they hit grinded and says like, it's like fucking Jesus.
I mean, in our game,
I could put it there, but I could put it there.
even on the last turn, even on the last turn when we knew who had won, he's still doing it. I'm like, just shoot something, Just make a decision, shoot something. It doesn't-
Spoilers
don't
for
worry
next
about
time.
it.
Spoilers for
What
next
would
time,
Patton
boys and
do?
girls. Spoilers for next time, boys and girls. We're bringing a cattle prod for Dread.
Yes.
Grot prod.
Make a fucking decision.
No smoke breaks till the game's finished. You can't.
Yes, yes.
Oh,
definitely.
God, when you're talking like a 10-hour game. We started about, was it
Like-
2 or 3?
I didn't
By the time
notice
we
how many
started.
hours.
It was
Three in the
I didn't
afternoon,
do
I think.
it.
Went on till
If I
5
didn't have a
in the
smoke
morning.
break, I definitely wouldn't go for it.
Yeah, 5 in the morning.
We-
definitely.
Almost
took a long
12
time.
hours, wasn't it? It was
Yeah.
almost 12 hours.
Yeah.
12 glorious.
There was,
us
I think,
ages.
including there was a break in the middle where we went and had something to eat.
Oh, the pizza was brought up. We were still there, like, and we did the
Well,
Warboss battle
yeah.
beforehand.
Yeah, we had about a 2-hour break though, didn't we? I reckon.
Yeah, it was a long old break.
Yeah.
We
I remember
went
Tom-
live. We did a boss battle, and
On the big game, I remember Tom and Garth leaving at about 10:30 at night and saying, "Well, we'll probably see you tomorrow when you finish it off." We finished it that night like pros.
Yes.
I thought we
Yes,
would have
yes.
like wrapped up at 12 and then finished the game off the next day. You know, that was the general impression I had, and you were like, no, we're gaming through. I'm like,
We're gonna
"Alright,
play
so,
through."
fucking-"
Yeah.
Because
No,
we had
it's
other
now we
stuff,
do it.
didn't we?
Finish a
Jade-
game at 5 and then carry on just sort of like talking shit and drinking for another hour and a half.
Well, 'cause
Tidied
day
Me and
two.
Steve-O tidied up. After
Yeah, I
the
know, I
game,
heard.
didn't we?
Yes, yes, I remember. Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
lying in bed going,
We set everything up. We set everything up for the next day. Didn't
We
we
did,
The
yeah,
Blood
so
Bowl
we set up all
stadium,
the-
the whole
yeah.
thing, didn't we? Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, they did.
Well,
'cause I was trying
I
to
went up
sleep.
the next morning and I was used to, I'd seen the big sort of table and it was just lots of little tables with stadiums and arenas.
Yeah.
And I was like,
You were like, it was like waking up at Christmas, wasn't it? When all the houses been
Was, yeah.
decorated and presents. Oh.
yeah. Well, I've never woke up at Christmas, man. Fucking Santa's a noisy cunt. No, fuck on, keep it down.
Some of us are trying to sleep here.
You know
Oh,
what
we're back
time
to
it
Mike
is?
snoring again, are we?
No, the table
No,
set up
no, no.
after the big battle, the fact that we finished at stupid o'clock in the morning, yeah.
Oh, right, yeah.
I've never thought the word lift before in my entire life. Lift, don't drag.
Oh,
Lift.
yeah. Lazy bastards.
But not enough to get out of bed and help, obviously.
No, no.
No.
We
No, no, no.
noticed.
I was asleep.
Or at least attempted to.
Don't worry, Dredd. If you had your own room, you wouldn't have to put up with this. But unfortunately, you're on the couch. So don't want to sleep in those nice
You
beds
can't-
that you could be in right now. We're just here to make a
And,
noise.
and if you showed up on a timely manner, you could have got one. But, you know, hey ho.
Yeah, next
I
time-
don't feel as bad being asleep on a different
Seemingly,
floor.
they spent all night just keeping me up. I could
He'd
have had
fallen
that
asleep
bedroom.
and then he woke up and the bed
If
was
you were
moving.
gonna-
Me and
if you
Clint
boys
were
wanted
lifting
to
him
spend the whole
up.
night
Away.
Just going to put you on the balcony for a minute, Fred.
I tell you what, next time, Clint, Steve-O, you can just like literally, you can have the fucking living room. And you can just sleep in there because you can spend all night setting up if you like. And
We were the
after we
first
can-
ones
can I
up
come
every
in
fucking
with the door
morning
shut
as
and a
well.
sign on the door saying "fuck off."
Every night.
Last
we were like,
ones to
last
bed,
ones to bed,
first-
first ones up.
Yeah.
Every bloody morning.
Not every night. What you
I had to
talking
wait.
about? You had to
You
keep
and Dredd
listening
had
to
to
a
be woken up
podcast
every
of us?
morning.
I had to
Didn't
get
it that-
woken up now and
I
again.
didn't need waking up that morning. You all went to bloody have breakfast at that shithole anyway. I didn't want interested. I could have stayed in bed.
That shit.
Oh,
Once you woke me up, that's it. I'm up, innit?
oh, he was so grumpy about that. It was not.
That's
He
what
was
made
not
it.
having a
Why
good
don't we
time.
go somewhere good? Because this is close. Who cares?
It's fucking
Next
Peterborough,
door.
mate, that's
It's
why.
literally
Fuck
We're
next
all
door.
we're all skint.
Yeah,
Literally next
very
door.
much so.
Speaking of getting beauty sleep, we might want to wrap this one up, even though we could
Yeah.
probably stay here all night, taking into
We
account
can't.
we're streaming nearly
Chatting.
2.5 hours now, so we've gone over a
Really?
little bit.
Oh,
but,
damn.
You know,
Yeah.
not too bad.
Guys, let us know. Like, this is our first like random like doing this. We were gonna
Yeah.
record a show, but we didn't really have a topic. We've all been a bit out of it, and so we wanted to
This
do.
is our first genuinely aimless, complete catastrophe mess.
Yeah, we'd normally record like this and yous would see about 25 minutes of it.
You've seen all the shit we
Snip,
usually
snip,
cut
snip,
out.
snip.
Yeah.
This is
Let
like
us-
uncut raw.
Let us know if you want to see
Warboss is raw.
more of this. And we did say hobby hangout, but I literally
I've done loads of hobby.
I put a
primed
bit of
life.
paint on this head, and that was it. And then I got
Paintbrush?
chatting.
I've primed 2, 4, 6, 8 mechs and like 6 bases of elementals. I've been a busy boy.
What are you painting with your
I've
toes?
been technical drawing.
Damn.
I've done a half bottle of whiskey, bottle of lager, and a can of cider in. So you know,
Oh, don't show
It's
off,
good,
man.
mate.
I've done a whole bag. I've done a whole bag of chocolate eggs. Look.
But yeah, let us know
I've
if you
done a
want to
few
see more of
chocolate
this.
eggs,
If you'd like to see more of these, just like random live vids, where because this is it's a way we can get more content on the channel without having to do much work.
Yeah.
Hey, that works for us. I know it works.
Yeah.
for you.
Getting
Let us
past
know.
that
if you
bottleneck
like-
that is
If
editing.
you like the
I think
low
is the
effort stuff,
priority
let
now,
us
you
know because it's good for us.
Yeah, I was going to say when we were chatting
Well,
about
it is, to be fair, because if we weren't doing this live now, we'd all be having the same conversations on our own to the wall. So it's nice to, you know, this just feels like the same shite that goes on Discord.
Yeah.
It's,
To be honest with you, this
Yeah.
so
And if you
far.
like
So
this,
if you
come
haven't
and join
done it,
Discord.
get on
come
Discord.
over
There
to
you
Discord.
go.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
it, like it.
Yeah, come and
Community
join our Discord.
Discord. Plug.
It's free.
Free.
It's free. You should, yeah. Apparently that makes a difference to people, you know.
I mean,
It-
that,
Get on
you know,
Discord,
that's
it's free.
Difference
It is-
to me.
it is.
There's no
free.
paywalls.
it may cost you parts of your soul over time, but you know, it's free.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, it's been fun. Hopefully, we'll see a battle report next month. Dread, you reckon next month?
Pancake Day.
Go on, Dred. You got this. You got. I believe in you,
We
Dred.
believe.
Yeah, no,
believe.
yeah,
Go on,
I'll be honest with it. I'm happy with how it's going so far. I just don't want to get
Good.
anyone too excited. But yeah.
No,
we
be
wanna get
excited. Be
Yeah,
excited.
we want to be
We
excited.
can't
Oh, yeah, be
overhype
excited,
this.
but just don't
It's that
pressure me 'cause
fucking
it's-
good. It is that fucking good.
And
Right.
when are we doing the battle wagon?
End of March.
Me bollocks.
Fuck
Me
off.
fucking not a
End of
chance.
March.
Not a
End of March.
chance.
End of March.
60 days.
4 months
Not
minimum.
a fucking
More
Come on,
like
chance.
6.
come
I
on.
can tell you now, not a chance. I'll go
October.
off. It'd be quicker for me to commission someone to fucking do it at that stage. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It'll actually get done.
Why don't we
I'm
do
telling
it
you
in
now,
taking
October?
end of
commissions.
March, not a
All
fucking
right.
chance.
All right. Then start of April.
No, October. 'Cause then we can have it's a big.
For once, I agree with Dred.
October.
For once, I agree with
Or
Dred.
October.
All the best ideas come from me.
Because we want them painted as well, don't we, Sid? We want it. Last when we did the
Fucking
squid
yeah.
buggy,
Oh,
we all had
you
them
did.
painted.
That's why I didn't say February.
But February, I don't mind. 2024, of course. Like,
Also, going to just scrutinize the rules. We cannot make this. It has to be something new.
Can't be a battle wagon,
Can't be a battle wagon.
Yeah, don't just
but it'll
build,
be
build
built with
the
the
kit.
battle wagon kit.
What if it's a battle wagon you can't legally play?
Dim, I'm sure
it
you'll
doesn't
come up
matter
with
what we do
some
with it, we just gotta
ingenious
take the
way
kit
to
and
Just
break the
do
rules.
what you want.
Oh yeah. I've
Just take
already
that
I've
kit and
already
do something
planned.
good.
I've already planned at least 3 ways that I'm planning to take the piss. So I'm
don't
on brand.
doubt it.
On brand.
On brand. Piss and vinegar.
You've asked for this.
Piss and
Not
vinegar,
fucking
yeah.
Done your hour.
Clint, how dare you know
What
me
you
so well?
wanted, so you're not getting it.
Love it.
You're like the one who's like in a 100-meter sprint. You're chucking javelins through the backs as they run away. It's all
I run faster.
How fast are you?
Giving Metal was saying in the comments before we leave, more battle reports too. I mean, that's doable. That's doable.
Yeah.
More battle
It
reports.
is. It is.
For some of them,
If-
certainly.
If you check the playlist now, there are some there, and there will be more in the future. There will be more. Clint, we still need to get another game on, don't we? I need to
we've gotta
travel
get
up
next
your
game.
end and.
Yeah.
We'll- that's it.
Ooh.
Don't be getting jealous now, lads. Don't be getting
I
jealous.
suppose.
Just come
And
and
then
visit.
we'll roll
That's all
some
you gotta do.
dice.
That's on
Yeah.
the
You haven't
period.
travelled up my end yet.
The envy flashing across Dred's face when he said that. Like,
Yeah. You never
suppose
travelled
I
up
could-
my end.
about me? What about me?
You said you didn't like receiving.
He means his
It's like
cock.
you tunnel twice.
You said
On
you
a
only.
train, not a
I've come
tunnel.
to twice. Yeah.
You said you like to be the one in power, and don't like to be subservient. It's like-
No. He's the choo-choo train, not the tunnel.
He's I was a funnel never.
Hang on, what am I saying? That makes me the fucking
Before
tunnel.
this degenerates into the lower depths that it already has, it's good luck from Scar and fucking drill your bleeding barrels. Go on.
Yeah, it's about enough said from Dredge, that's for sure.
This is 6 Plus Stevo signing out.
I don't know.
Catch you on the next one.
Bye. Learn from my mistakes.
They
Whatever
get
my
progressively
catchphrase is
better,
now.
don't they?
Bye.
Somebody
See you next time,
press
folks.
end.
This was a shit show. Enjoy.
It's over. It's over. Hey!